Day, we are actually getting quite a bit of zombie stuff, as far as we're hearing at least, so that's exciting. Normally these kinds of things we get a lot of campaign stuff, we get some multiplayer stuff, we don't usually get very much zombie stuff, but apparently we are going to today, so that is very good news. Bri, what is up? How are you doing today? And as usual, oh, there we go, just touched it and now it's working perfect and I don't have to shout. Okay, I was playing Reckoning earlier, and I am at the stage of the boss fight. I saved and quit, so we can start the day with doing the Sam boss fight. I'm good, man. I am good. So that's where we're going to start today. And then, please go away. Thank you. Pull that down a bit here. And then we will get ready, because the actual Gamescom doesn't start for, well, the broadcast starts rolling in a half an hour, but it doesn't actually start for another hour. So we've got plenty of time. So don't worry. If anybody's like worried, like, oh, we gotta watch it now, it's not on right now. Yeah, we'll get to that. As you saw, I changed my thumbnail. It was because the images just released of the new crew. The Promultimus crew, however we're going to call them, the new OG crew? I don't know, however we want to say it. There's some information on his being Richtof, and there's a patch on his arm. It looks like the 935 symbol, you know, the circle with the lightning bolts in the bottom and 935 in the middle, although it doesn't look exactly the same to me, at least. So it's exciting, you know. We're gonna get a lot of info today. It's a good day. Also, the beta, early access beta starts October 5th, I want to say, and then the following weekend for open beta. So early access is going to be if you pre-order digitally, or if you order it from a shop, whether it's Amazon or GameStop or whoever else. If they have a deal going on, when you pre-order with them, and then they will send you an email, you know, with a code. That's how you do that. Otherwise, just if you pre-order digitally through your Xbox, your PC, your PlayStation, whatever, you know, stuff you have, whatever platform you're playing on, that's where you'll get your code from and all that kind of stuff. It's the same as it's been for years now, so you guys should all be very familiar. Man, I wish they did Zombies beta. You remember last year we actually thought there was going to be not a beta, but a week early access for digital pre-orders like they had been doing for the campaign. We actually thought, because we heard there's going to be 2 maps on release, and like last time before that was Cold War, and we only got the 1 map. And we're thinking, oh, we're going to get one of the maps early, which, by the way, if anybody from Treyarch ever sees this, they won't. Trust me, they won't. But man, I wish, instead of having multiple maps on release day, even if it's just 2 maps, I would much rather space it out. Like, do it 1 on release day, 1 a month later, and then we're like at Christmas time. Well, we're not getting the game till November this year, so like mid-November. So, and then mid-December, and then January or early February, we get our third, like, DLC 1 kind of a deal. You know, Season 1 is actually in full swing. I don't know. I would like it better that way, just because you're usually divided up, and it seems like with this last map, the Reckoning, if you can hear that, that is Gamescom going live. They're not actually showing anything yet. It's not for another hour, but that's what that was. I have it in the background ready to go. So if you heard that, like I said, that's what that was. They are getting ready. I don't even remember what I was saying. Let's just jump into the boss fight, okay? Hope you guys are okay with this. I mean, what else? There's see them on the Reckoning. Oh, the Reckoning. Yeah. By the way, that's what I was gonna say. Like, it seems like with this map, they actually got back to doing kind of old school, like not too many clues. As far as solving the Easter egg, so it took us 8.5 hours, whatever it was this year, which was not bad. Zetsubo no Shima took 8 hours. Raven the Redwoods took 8 hours. There's plenty of old maps. You know, a lot of us get into our heads like, every old map took days and days and days to solve, and it's just not the case. You know, hopefully you kind of want it to be at least 12 hours. I think at least. Like Raven the Redwoods was flat out ridiculed for being solved so easily, and it took 8 hours. So I mean, and that really was a kind of a basic, like a very basic Easter egg when you think about it. The hard part of that was solving the bows and the upgrades for that, I think, at least. So we'll see how we do this boss fight. I am 2 for 2 on the Sam boss fight. I am 0 for 2 on the Richtofen boss. Do I have everything? What? I don't really want to bring in monkeys.
That's right.
Okay, let's just go.
Oh, the horrors of
And just when you save, you're never sure what they actually, where you left off, like what you're actually bringing in. We look alright. By the way, how's the sound? I think I turned up my volume, so it might be a little bit loud. Let me turn that down. Because I was just playing here, listening, you know, for myself, so I didn't have to worry about blowing your guys' ears out. Alright, there we go. Okay, so yeah, like I said, I'm 2 for 2 on the
Yes, Nexus
on the
was
Sam
lost
boss.
to the dark ether, but I have her spirit.
But I'm
her
0 for 2 on the
compassion.
Richtofen boss. So we
I
are
know
going
you
to
sense
help
it.
Richtofen, and we're
Sam
going
is
to
merely a
fight Sam.
dangerous emergent misfit of ones and zeros. My
I put up a
family
poll
was
today,
real.
like, what do you guys think is
Taken
the
well before
hardest
their time.
boss fight now in all of Black Ops 6?
For once, you
The
people
Richtofen
got
boss
something
is
right.
running away
Now's
with
the
it,
Ether
which is
reactors
to be
can
expected.
do
I mean,
artifact.
to me, that's definitely
And
not
I
the hardest
finally see Mary.
boss. The
outside.
Z-Rex is still hard, I think.
Why? Why would you give him
And I was really
anything
asking
after everything he's done?
because when I did before, you guys, well, those of you that answered the poll, were like far and away saying that
It's raining corpses.
the Sentinel artifact was the hardest boss fight. Still, like the Sentinel, like, I mean, if you know what you're doing, I think that's actually a really easy boss. And I don't mean like, you know,
Shame on
I
all
don't mean that in a
of you
derogatory
for
sense.
enabling the director.
I know people don't have that much time to do this stuff. They can,
Shame
that's why
on
they
me
watch
for
guys and
enabling
everything.
you.
Want to hop on and be able to do
For a
it.
monstrous mistake.
But when you know what you're doing on that boss fight, it's really not difficult at all. Especially, I think it's actually easier solo than it is co-op. Cool. I hate going, like, starting off at the boss because you're not warmed up. I mean, I just played a half an hour ago, so it's not that long ago, but I don't feel like fully warmed up. And it's showing that my gun is like a gray tier gun right now, which really freaks me out. I mean, I know it's not. There we go.
What is taking you so
It
long?
just freaks me out when it does that.
And you call me a child.
Let's go. Pick up the plate just so we are full. It took me initial 2 attempts at the Tomb pre-nerf. Did they nerf it? Whoa.
Keep pushing and you can erase your sins.
Nothing can erase all of your sins, Edward.
Yeah. I know, like, I did. It wasn't that long ago. Whatever the last big race was, you know, they got the Reckoning race going on right now. Gotta get my game off. But the last one where it was like you could do any of the Easter eggs, get a whole bunch of points. I did that one, and that's when the last time I did the tomb. It wasn't bad at all. Wasn't it? Okay. Missing one somewhere.
That's what happens when you bring two big balls to a gunfight.
Oh, right there.
Yeah, now, up
There we
you
go.
go.
And I showed you guys the intel last time where you have to jump up. from that railing there. Did you see the picture? Like I changed to my thumbnail. The new picture of the crewman. It looks good.
You will never understand my suffering. You are
Like it's
tossed,
kind of
and
it's
you
fun
will
that
pay
we've got
for it.
our old guys back, but at the same time it's like just give us. I want them to
After
start.
everything I did for you, all
I want.
that
You know what I really
shared,
want? I mean, if
you
Treyarch's going to
turned
continue
your
to do
backs on
this,
me.
I
No
want
more.
Sledgehammer and
Please reconsider.
Infinity Ward.
I don't want to destroy you.
Oh, I should have brought smoke. Why didn't I do that? That's what I meant to bring. I actually started the game with them. Just right now would be perfect. Yeah.
To be honest, we've got bigger bumps to fry. Honestly.
Oh, I forgot. Told you, I'm not really warmed up. I'm not really thinking about this right now. CS7 stuff. Alright, let's lock in.
Carver warned me to get food on. You should see me regardless.
This is perfect getting these spin attacks. I don't know what you call this, but there's a different actual name for it, but I just call it spin attacks. That's perfect. Or lady.
Spinning up death machine. Feeling shy, are we?
Okay. Gonna give a Sam trial, and then I have all my perks. I think I don't know if I'm missing anything. I might be missing one. Oh, criticals. I probably won't actually get this because of the shotgun. That's fine. Really here.
I never used to be thought of as fiery, but here we are. Bloody hell! That was a lot of mercy killings.
Did get it, but oh no, we didn't get. Oh, we got something. We got like the base. Okay. Oh, that was a daily challenge that popped up. Elemental pop. I'm missing. Yeah, that's fine.
You are frustratingly difficult to eradicate.
She's toying with you. Pull yourselves together.
She just took all my ammo. Not cool at all. Why did she just continue to take all my ammo? I mean, once is okay, but not twice. Okay, let's get this, get that. Behind me.
You cannot win.
Can you knock it off? Dude. I'm making a complete hash of this right now.
close they are and talking about.
Let me get straight to the point.
Come on, finish. More ammo on the ground.
I just wanted to experience the life I am forced to remember.
Good here.
What are you for?
Oh, we're not quite good there. Little island thing. Weak spot. Go away, Parasite. Dude, I just hate Parasite so much. They better not be back in BO6, man. I mean, it's 7. Okay, one more phase to go and we're good. See how we do. I don't even, well, so I don't get punished, I suppose, is the only reason we really do this. Like, I don't really need anything that you can give me, but so we don't get all of our ammo taken away again. Be good.
Shot charge deployed. I could have killed a lot more of you, you know.
That's something I think BO6 did a pretty good job. Like, they were fun boss fights, but I think it would be nice. I mean, I hope they kind of make them more dynamic in BO7. They're just, like I said, they're not bad. They're good. They're fun, but they're basically all the same. It's like you've got a boss that does a thing, and then it just does more of that thing when it's like the second phase of it, you know, whatever.
Right there I left you.
But nothing actually changes,
Finish what's on your plate this time.
which is just kind of boring.
Whoa.
Let me show you an amazing view.
Okay. Why did I go into English route there? Turn around. Take it to his name.
It's a good job you learned the non-existent, because that would have really hurt.
Hey. Okay. Should be good.
Firing death machine.
Ah. It's okay. Get more now. I don't want to run out in the middle of an attack.
It did not
There we go.
expect to end this
There we go.
way.
3 for 3 against Sam. Okay, so the Sentinel artifact beams our crew to like back downstairs, which is weird. By the way, why did we not get any dialogue here when Richtofen sees his family again? Literally not a word. I mean, that's just kind of lame. They couldn't think of anything to say? Like, oh my god, you're back. Or, you know, thank you to us or whatever, you know, for doing it. Or, I don't know, whatever. So our crew gets beamed back down to the lobby. Only 3 words spoken the entire cutscene. Yeah, I mean... So we go from the roof back down to the lobby, and then...
To the party.
Welcome to the party. Ow. And that's that. Okay, anyway. 4 words, yes. I mean, they just... like... I don't know, they couldn't think of anything to say. That's just kind of weird. But whatever, that's not... You know, we don't care about that right now. And we still have 37 minutes to go until Gamescom starts. So I don't know when Black Ops 7 falls into that whole, like, their lineup. It looks like there are a couple other things that they're demonstrating today that should be pretty cool. So at least we'll have something to look at and talk about. But better be at the start. I don't know. I mean, usually it's a, you know, obviously Call of Duty's a pretty gosh darn big game, and you usually save your big stuff for the last. Buy 10 doors, consume 5 gobblegums. Should we play, like, just finish our daily challenge? We still, like I said, we still have 35 minutes. Should we just do our daily challenges for now? And then we can, oops. See, I had smokes on and I don't know. Why did I pick that up? Oh, so because I had them, and then you pick up. What do you pick up during that Easter egg? So we're gonna buy 10 doors and consume 5 gobblegums. I don't know, man. I'm so excited for today, but I'm also really nervous. Do we think we're gonna get the first map? We had 3 Liberty Falls maps, right? In BO6, Liberty Falls itself. Then we have Shattered Vale, which is the mansion in Liberty Falls, and then we have what we just played, The Reckoning, which is Janus Towers, which is Liberty Falls, and then Green Run, Liberty Falls is, well, it's not actually Liberty Falls. It's like right next door, in real life at least.
Security chief, the new arrivals could have used you sooner, but welcome.
So like that's gotta be. We're getting transit first map, right? Like, is it gonna be bus route B? Is it gonna be just like a complete reimagining? There's Janus Towers, and the mansion's up there somewhere.
We need to get this situation under control ASAP. Be ready for anything.
I really, I mean, Black Ops 2 Transit was the on-disc map as well. Like, we're definitely getting, I mean, I don't want to say definitely. I'm just so curious how much they're actually going to give away today. Like, how much they're going to truly reveal, not give away, but reveal today. I'm nervous. I don't know why. I'm nervous, though. It doesn't make any sense. I shouldn't be, like, you know, it's got nothing to do with me, really. But I am kind of nervous. And I just think,
Alpha, search the area.
I think we're getting, like, some kind of transit. It's not going to be a remaster.
We take care of our own.
And I don't even think it's going to be, like, so when I mean, like, it's not going to be a remaster, like, they're just not going to reskin it and just upgrade the graphics and whatever, like, and put it on the current engine. It's going to be more than that. It's going to be more along the lines of, like, you know, Blood of the Dead was a remake of Mob of the Dead, but also expanded a lot of areas, added brand new areas. Same thing for Tag der Toten with Call of the Dead. It's not going to be just a straight remaster. They're not just going to make the old map look good. They're going to add plenty of stuff. And I kind of have a feeling, though, I mean, they'd be missing out on a huge opportunity, in my opinion, if they didn't make it Transit Bus Route B. I mean, they should just flat out call it that. Because of all the, urban legends surrounding, when Transit was new, and people thought that there was going to be a Bus Route B, because of on the map it showed one. All the theory videos that people put out about Bus Route B and how to unlock it, it was an unlockable thing, and blah blah blah. So why not? Kanoka, what's up, man? Can't wait to see the new Zombie Outbreak 2. I would enjoy an Outbreak 2, which I think. Speaking of Transit. Because supposedly these things are coming out from all the leakers and stuff, and you'll be able to, not be able to, but you will be, instead of just like having Ted drive the bus, you're going to be in charge of the bus. Or like we're going to drive it. So now, if you think back to Outbreak in Cold War, we drove the vehicles. Is it going to be like that? Because we talked about it back in Cold War. I mean, Transit kind of was almost like the first Outbreak thing. Just how big it was, and traveling around. Now, you couldn't go actually to all the areas, like everything in between. Is one of the things I've been saying. Like, I would love to see them do with a Transit remake is just take all those in between areas and actually open them up and make them playable. That would be great. So I kind of think we're going to get something like that. I don't know how much is going to be revealed today, but when the map comes out, I'm hoping that's kind of like what it is. Basically, think of Transit, but like an Outbreak-sized map, and everything in between, you're actually able to go and visit and do, which would be, to me, that'd be awesome. I got no issues with that. Now, the original Transit, obviously, we talked about this the other day in my last stream a couple days ago on Sunday. On release, people loved it because there was just so many questions, so many mysteries, so many things like to explore. It's kind of weird, like we've changed our whole attitudes now. Maybe it's from being burned from maps like Transit, but it's like if we don't get all the answers right away, we're pissed. And before, I was like, we love it because there's so many interesting things that could be, and that's just gone now. I don't want to be like, it was better back in the day.
Safety gear when I chew this.
I wasn't even playing zombies at the time, so. It's just part of the fun to me of zombies is the question marks, although it is also very frustrating. I compared it to like a Philosophy 101 college class, and the reason why I on Sunday, and specifically the reason why I did it, because I had a really bad time in my Philosophy 101 class in college, because while it was fun, I'm like, oh, you're not limited by, what you read in your textbook. Everything's open to interpretation. But then when the professor just kind of lets everybody have whatever asinine opinion they want. Now, of course, that's my opinion, that their opinions were asinine that they were throwing out there. But that's kind of the whole thing about it. It's like, it's the fun part, and it's definitely the double-edged sword, right? It's the fun part, and it's what makes it miserable. It's just anybody can throw out whatever. I hope the Outbreak rumors and leaks are true. Outbreak is a great side mode. I like Outbreak. Again, never wanted to replace you. I feel like I always have to qualify this because it just was so polarizing. I never would want it to replace round-based, but as an additional, it's kind of like Modern Warfare 3 last year, right? I don't want that to be what zombies is ever. Like, not ever. Like it's like permanently, like going forward. I don't want Treyarch to, oh, everybody likes this now, so we're gonna do, Warzone style zombies. I don't ever want to do that. I like round-based way more, and I think it's a better way of telling the story. Although the story was told, I think, pretty poorly this year, in my opinion. But as something different for a year, I had plenty of fun with Modern Warfare Zombies. and viewership and new subscribers and all that stuff. Like you guys did too. So, or at least plenty of people did enjoy it. So as much as we might kind of say, well, this is not what, this isn't real zombies. I mean, what does that even mean? Some people might say, that kind of stuff. It does bring in or let a whole brand new section of people like in the door to zombies because they've been familiar with playing not Outbreak, but Warzone over the last, since Black Ops 4 with Outbreak. No, what the hell was that called? Why do I keep saying Outbreak? Blackout. Outbreak, Blackout, out, in, out. Oh, I have to open doors, right?
Insta-kill.
Yeah, but I like Outbreak as a side mode. I just think they needed to find a way, and I think this is what Modern Warfare Zombies did, was you have to find a way to make that early game
Pretty sure that might cause brain
less
damage.
horrifically boring. It was, truly for the casual player, and I enjoyed it plenty of times myself, just because of that casual aspect. But there were definitely times like these, like for me, like it's just
That must have been
you
dead
can
swift.
really
Church
take your
groundskeeper.
time
Good guy.
playing Outbreak at the beginning, man. You can
Luck
really
didn't stick around in the end, though.
really take your
Wonder
time.
what the key's for.
And just, I mean, by round 3, you've got basically, you bought a perkaholic. You've got everything you need. Your legendary, on your gun, everything. You found me from MWZ. Yeah, I mean, like, plenty of people came to the game because of it. So, like, I would never. Well, I just forget about, like, knocking it because of, who it brought in or who it didn't. I enjoyed it. The only problem I had with MWZ was that all we had initially for story-wise, like missions, was Acts 1 through 3 at release. Or did we get that at Season 1, or was it at release? I think it was at release. And then every other quote-unquote new act, like 4, 5, and 6, as we went through, was just another Dark Ether mission. And to be fair, too, like, those missions were, while enjoyable, they were all basically exactly the same. Go find 3 items in the Dark Ether, come out of the Dark Ether, upgrade those items on the Outbreak map, or, Warzone map, whatever, and then go back into the Dark Ether and do it again. Okay. So, like, that was definitely a little bit like, we didn't put too much thought into it. It was a weird kind of, it was, Treyarch was doing the zombies, and then they passed it off to High Moon Studios, and then right as soon as they did that, there were, like, those massive layoffs that rolled across Microsoft. And then High Moon Studios is already a tiny studio, and then they got cut in half step-wise after those layoffs. So it was just they didn't end up ever really actually taking it over, and then finally Sledgehammer was like, it was like forced upon them basically, and they're like, Activision's like, somebody's got to do it, and it's your game this year, so I guess you got to do it. The only thing I like find unusual is, like, how did they not know? Like, I mean, Treyarch knew, right, that they weren't doing it the whole year. They had Black Ops 6 coming out, so it shouldn't have caught anybody off guard or by surprise. Like, Treyarch set you guys up to, this is what the format is basically. The layout, this is how we do things. And then somebody's gonna take it over, right? There was no way. I don't know. I just find it bizarre that there was, like, it seemed, at least, from an outsider's perspective, that they were, like, the studio or somebody was caught off guard by, like, oh, Treyarch's not going to do this the whole year? But, like, no, of course they're not. They've got their own game coming out later that, later, within literally the calendar year. Like, so, how are they going to do both games? Like, didn't make any sense. But it seemed to like come as a great surprise to something. I don't know. It was weird. Alright, we got like how many doors to buy now?
That's Dr. Moline. Joined the physics
Almost
team
done.
last year. Nice enough guy, but weird.
And we still have 23 minutes before anything starts. Like, we're not going to miss anything, guys. Trust me, we're definitely not going to
I'm
miss
so
anything.
glad I spent time getting in shape. Holy's way a fuck ton. Hats off to me.
I was hoping it was
Hats
going
off
to
to
be the
you.
face hugger. That's a great little jump scare. The face hugger from the vermin. There's been a few references to aliens or Alien.
We'll advise when it
The
reopens.
film franchise, I guess, at this point. Oh, have you guys been watching Alien Earth on Hulu? I've heard it's great. I put it on my watch list, but I haven't started it yet. I went to see Weapons yesterday. It's good. Definitely worth checking out. If you follow me on Twitter, I don't love the theater going experience these days.
That's the wiring for the jet gun.
My God, what a nightmare, to be honest. 28 total minutes of ads and previews before the movie starts. 28 minutes, right? And
No
then,
doubt
so
being
we're
used
sitting
today.
there for a half an hour,
So this has to help.
just waiting for the movie to begin. And then literally within the first minute, so there's like that little girl doing the voiceover. You've seen the trailer, you know what I'm talking about. Like at 2:17 a.m., like 17 kids all got up and they just walked out the front door and they never came back. I'm not going to give any spoilers, so don't worry if you're interested in seeing it. I'm not going to ruin it for you. But just as that's happening, these three people come in, like they were going to be like a half hour. I mean, I suppose if you go to the movies now, you kind of know you're going to have like a half hour of BS in front of the movie, so you know like the movie's actually not going to start.
Goodness me.
I went to like
You
a
don't
matinee, it was
go
like
around here.
2:40 p.m. start time. Didn't start till like 3:08. And like the very minute that the movie starts, you know, we're in minute 29 of being there now, and these people come in and they are just like literally just like clomping up the aisle, like, and then they decide, oh, we're on that side, so they clomp back down across and then up the other aisle. Like, oh my God, you motherfuckers. Could you please just make a little bit more noise? That would be fantastic. And then these seats that you're in, I mean, granted, they are very comfortable, and it's got like a tray table, your own personal little table there. Okay, there's the daily challenges. So let's just go to 16 and we'll exfil. And they were comfortable, but my God, you move and they make so much goddamn noise. It's like those farting sounds when you, like, you know, your skin on leather. Just, you know, like, and the people next, like, in the same row, they weren't next to me. They were like 5 chairs down. The theater was not full, like, by any stretch of the so I thought it was going to be like a good theater going experience because there weren't that many people. That's so friggin' wrong. Number one, they just decided to chat the whole friggin' movie about, I think they were talking about whatever was going on screen,
Why do
but
I feel like I
it
just
doesn't
went the
make it any
distance with
better.
a
They're just,
heavyweight champion.
I mean, non-stop. The whole movie. Just chatting back and forth about what's going on the screen and just sliding down in the chair. And so it's like a... Oh my God, please, you sons of bitches. Just shut the fuck up. And I realized I haven't been to the movies, to the theater, and it's been a year. The last thing I saw in the movie theater was Longlegs, which is literally a year ago. And like,
I'm going to call that a successful shot.
I mean, between a half an hour of being advertised to,
If you need to hit the exit
which is,
button, we're
I mean,
ready.
that's too much. And then just people just nobody. I mean, I don't know, whatever. I don't. I'm truly coming up sounds like an old
Is this
man.
what Maya means by getting blitzed?
Damn it! You know, be quiet. But it was just frustrating. I don't even know why I'm bothering with all this. It's round 16. We could just extra. Theaters are great when you don't have complete idiots in it. I mean, that's the thing is like, you know, because I do like going to the theater to see a movie. Because it is just, I mean, obviously the picture is huge, perfect sound quality. Although the quality is great, but like in my theater, it was too friggin' loud, man.
That would be
like the
really
previews they were showing, literally were giving me like, ow, that hurts my eardrums. And then, thankfully, the movie Weapons itself is not a very loud movie, but there are moments where, like, it's like a simple thing, knocking on a door or, you know, just banging two things together. I don't know, like anything. And it's just, it's like the loudest thing the world has ever known. It's just like, there's no reason for you guys to have it this loud. And that's an individual theater thing. That's not the movie's problem or fault. That's the theater's issue. I just wish they, you know. Anyway, the movie itself was good though. Definitely worth seeing. So if you're considering seeing it, go check it out. It's good.
Copy that. Team, prep for debrief.
And it's very like people either love it or hate it because of this, but you have to like make up your own mind about what it's really even about. There's plenty of stuff to be into though. Like even if you're not cool with that part of it, like there's still plenty to actually get into though. So you dig it, I think. All right, so that's all my daily challenges. We got a boss fight done. Got our daily challenges done. Now we just need to get the game revealed to us. 15 minutes until their presentation starts. We're going to switching over to that right now, by the way. So we're just going to skip through all of this. All right, we're going to turn this off. We're going to switch over to that. Hang on. Come on. Come on, back. Come on. Come on. Come on. There we go. For me. Pop up now, please. Hey, there we go. So this is just all like free. By the way, how is that volume level right there? Is that too loud? Sounds good, really? Okay. By the way, let's do this while we're waiting.
October 9th. That's a release date reveal. And I think Frog Mage revealed too. That was cool. Now, if you'd like to take a break at this moment, maybe grab a water and some snacks, I really can't recommend it. Here's a brand new look at Long Gone.
This is just gonna be like previews of tiny little indie games, I think. We'll just stick with this. That's fine. I'm just gonna lower that a bit. I was gonna play the. I have it ready to go. Good balance between you and the broadcast. Okay. I have the Blood of the Dead trailer, like the full 5-minute. Where are we going? With the, that song. Trailer. Just because I'm hoping we get back to stuff like that, and it was really disappointing that, like we were talking about during the cutscene when we just beat the Samantha boss, Richtof, and all he's been wanting, obviously, is to get his wife and child back. obviously makes total sense. And then he gets them back, and what does he do? I mean, they become mimes. Nobody says anything. They just, like Hug. It's like a movie from the 1920s before talkies. And no intro cinematic for it. It's kind of lame. And then the Blood of the Dead trailer. Now, Blood of the Dead as a map, I don't love.
I'm impressed by the amount of nice worldwide reveals they book for this show.
I mean, the map itself, it looks good. Like the design of it, the how things look. I was gonna say the design, but like I don't like the layout necessarily. Like how you have to keep going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. So the layout, that type of design, not crazy about that. But the way things look and how it is designed, that looks good. I just don't think it played very well, and I don't love the challenge type maps. Like Garage Provi, when you get the 5 challenges, 5 or 6. Well, the last one's always the same, so it's the 6th one there. But I don't love doing the challenges as Easter eggs. It's not bad, I guess, but damn, he just blew his head off. What is this? Should it be the first game shown? Well, like I said, you want your closer to be big. I mean, I'd love it if they went with VO7 first, believe me. I don't want to sit around waiting for 3 hours to get to it. No thanks.
So it's my sworn duty as pre-show host to make people excited about Gamescom opening night live. Thing is, you can't just tell someone to be excited. You can't just say, y'all excited, and expect people to start clapping. You have to give them a reason to be excited. So, here they are, the top 10 reasons to be excited for Gamescom opening night live 2025. Number 10, hearing people make noise when someone asks if they're excited. Number 9, a new trailer from The Outer Worlds 2. Number 8, the emotional adventure of seeing a new game for the first time and not knowing if it's free to play.
I don't know how long this whole show is supposed to go either.
It's anyone's guess these days. Number 7, Ninja Gaiden 4 is showing up. And every time there's an Azuna drop, someone in the audience always goes, yeah! Number 6, knowing there's no Silk Song, understanding there's no Silk Song, but still thinking, what if there's Silk Song? Number 5, Ghost of Yote is in this? This PlayStation just had a 19-minute gameplay blowout. You have to wonder what they've been saving for Gamescom. Is that Wolf gonna do something crazy? Number 4, Silent Hill F going full freak mode. Number 3, watching game designers develop their public speaking skills in real time. Number 2, the worldwide reveal of Call of Duty Black Ops 7. Now you might be saying, didn't that already happen a couple of months ago? No. That was the teaser. This is the worldwide reveal. And the number 1 reason to be excited about Gamescom opening night live 2025, Resident Evil Requiem. So they just announced this at Summer Game Fest, and then they said, see you at Gamescom. Well, look at the time. It's Gamescom. Or it will be in a matter of minutes. You're still in the pre-show. But how about a new look at Planeten Verteidigungskommandanten.
Okay, I am going to show you the Blood of the Dead trailer because we've still got 9 minutes to go. But this is what I want from Treyarch, from Call of Duty, as far as zombie stuff goes. So even though I don't love the map, like that they put this much care into the trailer, like this, I mean, this honestly is incredible. And this is probably my favorite zombie song as well. Where are we going? Dude, that water tower, the whole golden spork. Not to mention, we're getting these guys back. I mean, some form of them. It's crazy too once you've played through the map and you know what the story is and also the Easter egg itself. Seeing some of these things in this trailer is like, ooh. The blood vials, the crenorium in Nikolai's hand, Hell's hat. The Hades was about the only good gun other than the Helion in this game. Spitfire was good. Eight ultra guns. Honestly, I kind of wish it was more as like 2 or 4 different things. To be honest with you, I think they should have like 5 perkaholics, 5 hidden powers. You can do like near-death experience or something as well, but I mean, it's real money, you know, it's $30 extra. Honestly, I don't think it's that much to ask. I was saying on Sunday, you know, during that stream, like, I just don't care about blueprints. The camos with it, like, I flat out don't care. And the zombies operator, the Ted / the Klaus is where Nikolai's, watching Nikolai getting torn apart. Is it Richtofen's hat that he's wearing? It looks like a weird, I don't even know, man. There's the stone.
Is it the calling we hear? How do we know?
As a killer trailer, man. Absolute killer of a fucking trailer. Anyway, I would love to see them get back to that kind of stuff, although we just came off of our final map, like I said, and...
I'll give you a moment to catch your breath after that.
Minute and a half.
To be honest with you, that was not the last King of the Road you're going to see in this pre-show. I've got one more trailer for you. A brand new reveal for Sonic Racing Crossworlds.
He'd probably be shot in front of all the other drivers, like, this is what happens if you don't make your delivery, so... Check it Twitter to make sure nothing has popped up like in the last second. Ultra Gobblegum. Permanent unlock token. So does that mean we're getting... If we've got a permanent unlock token for buying the Vault Edition, does that mean we're getting the old school...
And that concludes another 10 out of 10 pre-show.
Prestige.
Up next,
System back.
Black Ops 7, Ghost of Yotei, Silent Hill F, Resident Evil Requiem, even more apparently. It is time for Gamescom Opening Night Live 2025.
Mohammed, what's up, man?
Thanks
No,
for
you
watching.
missed nothing. We are starting right now. And like I said, guys, I don't know when Black Ops 7 is, like, where they fall in the lineup, so... They're gonna do their thing, and then whenever
Please
they
welcome
come out,
your
they come out.
host, the creator of the Game Awards, Jeff Keighley.
I doubt they'll bring it back to one game. Did we? How did we do Prestige this year? Was there Prestige?
You guys ready?
Dude, I don't even remember. Yeah, like exactly on time. Your timing was actually perfect.
Welcome to Gamescom. We get the switch. All right.
Yeah, they're in Germany, by
Opening
the way.
Night Live. Hello, everybody, and this is the kickoff to the biggest games festival in the world right here in Cologne, Germany. We've got over 5,000 fans in the hall here at Cologne Messe tonight. Welcome, everybody. And by the end of the week, more than 300,000 people will walk the show floor, which for the first time has more than 1,500 exhibitors. It turns out that E3 didn't die, it just moved right here to Germany. And of course, there are millions more watching live around the world. No matter where you are, we're all connected tonight as one global community to celebrate the art, creativity, and joy of games, from the boldest indies to the biggest blockbusters. Today, the game industry has never been more dynamic. Clever ideas from small teams are breaking through in huge ways. This summer, Peak, a co-op climbing game created by Aggro Crab and Landfall Games, stormed the charts on Steam, and right now,
You're not late at all, Mark.
It is sold
They've
over
missed
10
literally
million
nothing. How you doing
copies
today, by the
to
way?
date. Congratulations to the team. And there's
and then
also
you
other
just
fun
found
ones,
on
like you
Tune
guys
after
probably
7
played
months?
Date Everything, a wild dating sim where you
Really?
can romance a treadmill or a curtain. It's on Steam right now. Check it out. It's sold an estimated 500,000 copies. And all these successes prove something important. Small teams with big ideas can change the industry. And that brings us to one game made by a handful of developers in
man, I'm all right.
Australia. For 6 years, Team Cherry has been crafting Hollow Knight Silksong. It is highly anticipated and Steam's most wish-listed game. Well, tonight, I can finally definitively
When you make the
tell
base
you
ice
that
staff, if you go
Silksong
back
is 100%
to the Roman
actually
murals and
launching
shoot 115
this
on
year.
each. Really? On each of the murals.
And behind me, you're seeing some brand
shoot
new
115 and you get a
Silksong
song?
gameplay. The
I'm gonna have to
first
do that.
extended look since the last trailer in 2022. And starting tomorrow, you guys here at Gamescom can play a demo at the Nintendo and Xbox booths. There you go. Silksong is real. And on
Nice. I'm gonna check it
Thursday,
out.
Team Cherry is going to be sharing some news as part of a YouTube premiere on their channel, so make sure to check that out. Tonight, we'll give you a first look at this holiday's biggest games, like Call of Duty Black Ops 7 and Ghost of Yotei, plus major news on Prime Video's Fallout Season 2 arriving in December.
Oh,
and
yeah,
later,
yeah.
we'll have a special
Oh, that's in
performance
December.
of the music of Claire Obscure Expedition.
Did you guys watch
33,
Fallout? The
one of this
Prime-
year's most celebrated
Amazon Prime
games
show?
developed right here in Europe. Plus, a
Dude, every
brand
time
new
I
look
see,
at Resident Evil Requiem from Capcom.
The girl Ella Purnell.
And the world
Every time I see her, I'm
premiere
like,
of the
man, she's
opening
really pretty.
cinematic from World
Every
of
time
Warcraft
I can see her
Midnight from
promo
Blizzard.
for Fallout or something, I'm always like, wow, she's
Now,
really
as
pretty.
always, ONL
But she's in,
is also
was
about
in-
surprises, and we do
No
have
spoilers.
multiple brand new AAA
Yellow
game
Jackets,
announcements
which
and
is
reveals
just an awesome
over the next
show.
2 hours. So stick around.
I
Right
am,
until the
man.
end.
I am. I
This
am
is
very
our
hyped for
biggest
this. I
opening
just,
night live we've ever done. So let's not waste another second.
I want them to
It
get
all
to it, though.
begins with this.
It brings me such satisfaction to see you here. A witness to my work.
That's Menendez.
You will know fear.
They want you afraid.
This is it, guys.
Fear makes you easier to control. It's time to wake up.
Your streets shall once again run red with your blood.
Raul Menendez ignited global unrest on an unprecedented scale.
Menendez is a terrorist. We're bringing peace and security to the world.
So 10 years after Black Ops 2.
Refuses to let me go.
Stop looking backwards, Dayton. What matters is what we do next.
A lot of people counting on us for answers.
What's the song I recognize?
Inspector 1, report. Need a shipment.
That's Metallica.
This isn't real.
Sounds like Metallica. Yeah, there we go. That was the War Machine looked like. There's hijacked, the map. That looks like the one from... Is that Vanguard?
Pull it together, man!
So eager to leave, David.
Killing the man is a hell of a lot easier than killing the idea.
You were never cut out to be a Mason.
No more games. This ends now.
Get the Reznov Challenge Pack when you pre-order now.
You see the Requiem?
How about that?
It was like- it
Zombies,
looked
of
like the-
course,
the,
Dead Ops Arcade,
director's
Dead
office
Ops
when you come up
Arcade
to
as
the
well. And it
executive
looks like
suites.
we also have an official date. Call of Duty Black Ops 7 releases on November 14th. And to tell us more, please welcome Miles Leslie from Treyarch and Natalie Pohorsky from Raven to Opening Night Live.
November 14th, did they say? Guardian from Citadel. I did not see the Guardian.
Hello, guys. Congratulations on the reveal. Welcome, Miles and Natalie to Opening Night Live.
Thanks for having us. We're very excited to finally talk about this game.
Yeah, excited. Let's get into it.
All right. Well, that trailer was obviously intense. Black Ops is back. Twisted world of Black Ops as always, and it looks like you're definitely pushing the envelope again.
Absolutely, Jeff. It's been a long road, and we're thrilled to finally be sharing what we've been building. Black Ops 7's got a bold vision of the future. We're diving into 2035, and it's a future that feels real, just out of reach, but it's twisted in only the ways Black Ops could. And, you know, you come to expect what you got there. It's a world of fear. The shadows are gone. Nothing is what it seems.
Yeah, 2035 setting. So the question is, you know,
listening to these guys talk like doing a pre-arranged like little speech
so
that's supposed to be off the cuff.
Black Ops 2 and Black
but they
Ops
are
6.
very
Don't
obviously
worry, don't get it twisted. This
trying
is a
to
beast of its own,
remember
Black
what
Ops 7.
the script told him to say.
Stepping
You know,
into
like
a world spiraling from the return of Raul Menendez and the consequences of the past.
All right, well, I'm curious who the protagonist is, so you can tell us who's stepping into the light in this game.
Yeah, David Mason returns, but he is not the same. He's carrying deep scars. Some you can see, some you can't. And he's got a new team with him, and every mission, every move is a test.
Now, what makes the story stand apart? Yeah.
We're also introducing the Guild.
Yes.
Important to mention, a global tech force that claims to be humanity's last line of defense against this mysterious threat. And their CEO, Emma Kagan, is a visionary leader with a clear mission, but how she chooses to confront this crisis is often at odds with David and his team. So it's not a battle of good versus evil, it's a clash of philosophies. What kind of future are we?
It was the
building,
Guardian.
and who
Okay,
gets to
after they
decide?
do this presentation,
All right,
we're gonna
so
go
some
back
deep
and
thoughts there.
rewatch
So, yeah,
this
tell
because
us
this is
about
what
how
we
does the
this is
story
what we're
stand
here
apart
for.
this time?
So they're
It's the
announcing other stuff
character
that's great,
stuff.
but
So
we're
the
gonna
story
go.
is
We care about
about
Black Ops 7, so we're gonna go back and
identity,
watch those
memory,
again.
and consequence. And we've crafted this cast like pieces of a puzzle.
It's a
So
skill
each
issue.
one has a reason to be there. And each one brings something unique to
They're
the
nervous.
table.
They're in front of 5,000
And we've also
people.
got our central city of Avalon, which is more than just a backdrop. It's a living, breathing space that evolves with the player. And it's also where our story roots take hold.
All right, well, one thing we want to talk about is gameplay, and I understand you're doing a co-op campaign for this one?
That's right. From the start, we wanted to make a bold change with the campaign. Black Ops 7
Yeah,
can be
they're a
played
little
solo
shaky.
or
It's-
up to 4 players.
it's fine. I
It's a
mean, this is
shared
not what they do.
experience. And every mission has been handcrafted for variety. Tone, pacing, gameplay location. You're going to be running on the rooftops of Japan, exploring the Mediterranean coast, and then diving deep into the human psyche. All of it has been crafted to really add clues to the story and offer their own gameplay focus.
Wow, so wild story, co-op campaign, you are definitely pushing boundaries this time.
Yes, we are. Black Ops 7 is all about innovation across the entire game, and not just in gameplay, but in how we tell stories, how we connect
She seems
players,
much more
and
natural
how we build
than
worlds.
him. Yeah,
And
for
this
sure.
is just the beginning. There's more to come at Call of Duty Next, including multiplayer and zombies. But for now, we hope you guys are excited to step into something new and experience
can't be
something
it.
truly unforgettable.
Amazing. All right, Call of Duty Black Ops 7, thanks so much, guys. And now, here's a behind-the-scenes look from the rest of the Call of Duty development team.
Okay, hey, hold on. Okay.
Black Ops 7 brings an all-new way to play the Call of Duty campaign. This time,
If we
you're
have to
not
wait
going
till
in
COD
alone.
next, I'm gonna
You
be a
have
little
the
bit
option
pissed to
this
see
year to play
anything from
solo
zombies.
or up to 4-player co-op start to finish. You can bring your friends, you can make some new ones, and there's a whole bunch of adventure even after the story.
For solo players, we really make sure that they can engage in the campaign the way they want to and feel like they're truly playing a Black Ops story.
What's going to be fun is having each player in your squad gravitate towards their own play style and then really playing it off of each other.
We've crafted this as an inherently social mode that features the amazing linear Call of Duty missions that our community loves.
Mission variety is at the core of the Black Ops 7 campaign. The pacing shifts between high-intensity combat, stealth-driven objectives, and deeply psychological sequences that challenge your perception of reality. Avalon serves as the narrative's anchor throughout. But the campaign stretches far beyond its borders, both geographically and thematically.
It's dynamic and full of opportunities to explore, experiment, and experience the story in new ways.
And in the culmination of the co-op campaign, we're unleashing something
Solo
bold,
players online
the end
required.
game. It's a proving ground to put everything you've mastered throughout the campaign to the test. The end game is a brand new
I
PvE
literally had
social
like
experience
one
where you
issue
and your squad will need
the
to
entire
survive
year,
overwhelming odds,
the whole
adapt
online
under
stuff.
pressure,
So
and break the rules of what you thought
I mean,
a campaign could
I'm
be.
lucky
Each
that
run
I have
is a new
decent
step in
internet
your power
here,
journey as you wield personalized
and I know not
abilities and
everybody
face
does.
unexpected
It's not
challenges.
available to
And
them,
here,
so
all of Avalon
I know it
opens
can
up.
suck for
Gives us a lot of
for some
freedom
people.
to have some fun. With
I will say, like, I
gameplay
literally,
mechanics,
like
player
I said,
movement, players
I mean,
really
truly, I
can
think one
turn the
issue
map into
the
their
whole year.
playground.
This is your chance to explore the world beyond the mission.
That's just a quick look at what's to come with the campaign. Every mode of this game is built with the intention to deliver the best possible experience to our players. So whether you're a Call of Duty veteran or new blood, there's something for you in Black Ops 7.
Please give us some zombie stuff, man.
All right, for much more on Call of Duty Black Ops 7, make sure to watch the full-length Black Ops 7 Direct and tune into Call of Duty Next on September 30th. Still to come, we'll have news on Fallout Season 2 and the announcement of a brand new game from adventure game legend Ron Gilbert. I grew up playing his games, and I can't wait to show you his next unexpected creation a little bit later.
Is that
All
it?
right, who's ready for our first brand new game announcement of the night? I figured you'd feel that
That's
way.
it.
Well, to do the honors, please welcome back to ONL one of the most respected and recognizable hosts in esports. She's my co-host, Shox.
Okay, so okay, hang on. Okay, we are going to now. I know some creators, zombies creators, were allowed to go. You know, they were sent to Treyarch this past week, and they played.
There you go.
The game.
Go, 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 go,
And
go.
Codename Pizza was one of them.
Okay. It's inside of there. It's live.
And he's got footage that he recorded.
That's good. Right, get over there. Get over
So
go,
we
go,
are.
Go, 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 go. You go watch it now. You don't see it? I've literally linked it.
We're gonna watch.
Hit the link.
Let's see if he shows it live here on his channel.
Tell you what, if you want to refresh the
Wonder if the giant guy is zombie related.
Go on, get over there. Get over there. It's live right now. You can't. How can you not find it?
So we'll react to his stuff, provided he's actually going to show it on his stream.
Let me see. Can you redirect to a non-live video? I don't think we can we? Details. Right. Either way, it's live now. Go and check it out. You can go and watch
gameplay
it. Thank you very much, chat. I appreciate you a lot.
Where did you see this? What are you talking about?
Redirect to a live video, but I don't.
Oh, what a liar! This is a channel out there, man, that's just straight up lies.
Okay, cool. Right, I love you all. How can you not find it? Are you actually being serious? My video is live. I've literally updated the description of the live stream right now as well.
Okay, is he just putting a?
I've linked it.
A video up on his channel? I don't think he's gonna stay live.
Oh my god. I did it again 2 years in a row. I forgot to put it public. 2 years, right? It's live. Go, 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 go. 2 years.
All right, we're just gonna go to his channel and watch whatever video he just posted. This one. Okay, so let's just react to this instead because there was a whole lot of nothing from Gamescom for us, which sucks, but whatever. We're gonna look at Codename Pizza's footage that he captured. So if you guys,
What's up, everybody, and welcome back.
if you guys weren't aware of Codename Pizza somehow, you are now. Go check out his channel. Drop a like, subscribe, whatever. Let's look at what he has recorded. This is so. Just in case you don't know, a handful of Zombies players were invited to Treyarch. Treyarch flew them out, put them up in hotels last week, and they recorded some footage. So this is what we're going to see is Codename Pizza's footage of that. Right off the bat, I see he's got a 1911 pistol. So are we getting no loadouts? I don't know. Let's just jump in and watch the video here.
back to a brand new video today here on Codename Pizza, and yes, the title of the video is correct. I have played Black Ops 7 Zombies. Last week, I flew to California to go and visit Treyarch, and that's where I got to play the brand new iteration of the Call of Duty franchise, Call of Duty Black Ops 7. I got to play multiplayer, I got to play zombies, and in this video, I'm going to be breaking down everything that we are currently allowed to tell you about the game. What I mean by that is when we go to Treyarch, we get placed inside of a theater-style room where we have a massive presentation. We got spoken to about the game and all its features for around an hour and 30 minutes, and then after that, we went to go and play the game. In this video, I am only allowed to tell you about the stuff we got told in the theater. There'll be a...
Okay, yeah. So, oh man, I'm really getting sick of this thing. Mark, you just pointed out you like the HUD for Black Ops 7. It looks pretty clean. He's got a 1911 pistol just down here, as you can see. These are his points, I'm assuming, and 8 rounds in the current magazine that he's got, and 28 in reserve. The round counter down here, so it's definitely different than BO6's, but
a brand new video at the start of September where we can talk about everything in game.
It could be customizable as well.
But with all that aside,
okay, we've got ether crystals. We've got a teleporter pad, much like Kino der Toten or Moon. So that's very interesting. So this just honestly, this looks like just a kind of a starting area, and then you maybe take this to a whole different area of the map. It kind of has transit vibes to it, but is this actual gameplay? This is actual gameplay.
I still have a massive amount of stuff to tell you about Black Ops 7 Zombies, so sit back, relax.
So yeah, let's just listen to what he has to say.
Let's talk about the brand new iteration of Zombies that we're going to be playing for the next year come November. And also, make sure you leave a like on the video and subscribe.
There's no reason for me to
and
guess.
yeah, actually, do subscribe. Let's see if we can try and push for a million.
By the way, let's go ahead. Like I said, let's go ahead. Drop a like.
William this year. So at the end of Black Ops 6 Zombies, in the ending cutscene to Reckoning, we saw that our main Black Ops 6 Zombies crew, Maya, Great, Carver, and Weaver, got swept into the dark ether. Treyarch said at this event that means that going into Black Ops 7, we're actually going to be going to some of the coolest places that we've ever experienced inside of Zombies. And they also said that we're going to be experiencing things in Black Ops 7 Zombies that we've never experienced before.
Okay, this is the bus station in transit. Look at this. That is literally, this is the bus station. This is the front door, is the bus out here. Quick Revive is where it always is. You pick up a part over here by the phones. You got the map right here. This is transit.
Going to be experiencing things in Black Ops 7 Zombies that we've never experienced before. Now, let me tell you before we go any further that Gobblegums are 100% confirmed inside of Black Ops 7 Zombies. And even better news for everyone that loves Black Ops 6, all of our current Gobblegums in Black Ops 6 are going to be carried over to Black Ops 7. So everything inside of your invent, you will be able to have day one on Black Ops 7. So let's say, for example, you have 5 Perkaholics on your Black Ops 6 account. They will be there ready for you at the launch. For example, you have 5 Perkaholics.
Okay, so what's different is we have an actual power switch in the bus depot. And also the Tech 9, which was in Cold War, is apparently back. Old point system, I didn't notice, I gotta be honest with you.
On your Black Ops 6 account, they will be there ready for you at the launch of Black Ops 7. So we're going to be talking about something else that we saw inside of that cutscene at the end of Reckoning, which is our brand new Zombies crew, or the new version of our old crew. Edward Richtofen, Tank Dempsey, Nikolai Belinsky, and Takeo Musaki. So Treyarch said that the new version of our iconic crew from the foundation of Zombies itself is a 3rd iteration of that crew. They said that everything that happened before this is completely canon to the story. So our Primus crew, our Ultimus crew, World at War through the end of BO4, completely canon. And they are not taking anything away from that by making this crew again with this 3rd iteration going inside of Black Ops 7 Zombies, which is set inside of the Dark Ether. They also said that what's interesting that's going to be going on inside of Black Ops 7 Zombies is that we don't actually know that much about this iteration of the crew that we're going to be
Okay, so we don't know much about the crew. It is not Primus. It is not Ultimus. It is a new crew. Again, we're in a land of multiverses here. Many, like, could be millions. It's at least 1 million, though, from what I've heard from hearing developers talk in the past. So a lot of people, like, you know, well, that's not even possible because at the end of Black Ops 4, they destroyed the Dark... No, they didn't. They destroyed the way for you to go from our world, the real world, into the Dark Ether. You know, again, back then we weren't calling it the Dark Ether, really, were we? I don't even remember anymore. But everything was basically banished to the Dark Ether. And then we, like, basically closed the door and threw away the key. You know, locked it up tight, threw away the key. No way to get back in there. Now, obviously, there is ways in since Cold War. You know, that's how Eddie and Samantha got out. You know, they didn't just... Anyway, it doesn't matter. But what I'm noticing here is, so we're getting a new story. It's not... Like, they have their histories. They existed. Everything that we learned about Primus, learned about Ultimus, that happened. Those guys are real. But if you want to picture it, like, think of Classified, right? At the end of round 150, when you do the Easter egg, you've got the Ultimus crew sitting there, and then the Primus crew walk through the portal. Well, now we've got whatever we want to call these guys walking through, and like we can have all of them sitting around. So they are. It's kind of like in what do you call it? Like Avengers Endgame. How how did it work out? Like you go back. They went back in time, and they killed what's his name? Thanos. So, like, well, no, they killed Thanos at the beginning, who was the one who made the snap, but there's the one at the end, too, who didn't actually do the snap, because they killed, you know, weird things happen when you start doing time travel, and it makes everything all goofy. It's a different version of them, so they don't have the same experiences. So, like, once you create a new world, a new multiverse, a new dimension, whatever, like, your experiences then diverge. So you're not the same. It's like having a clone of yourself. Your clone might look like you, might sound like you, all that kind of stuff, but they don't have the same experiences that you had. So I loaded up his video for myself, and at the start it says, not BO7 gameplay footage. That's weird. Anyway, speaking of actual gameplay footage, this looks to be a survival map. Something I noticed earlier was there was quick revive, and then there was also like stamina up in the power room. Plus, there's power right there in Bus Depot. And obviously, this says here, this is like the edge of where the bus would leave to go through tunnel, heading up, the tunnel's up here, and it's rebuild barrier. So there's obviously nothing going to go through here. So this is not a like transit as we are familiar with it. Let's just keep going.
Playing with inside of the Dark Ether. Treyarch said that we know the Black Ops 6 crew very, very well already. Maya, Carver, Gray, and Weaver. And in this game, we're now going to have 8 zombie operators.
I don't like this,
meaning,
by the way.
just like Black Ops 6 zombies, if we play as these characters, we're going to be having more dialogue that's specific to that zombie's map. More story elements will be told if you play as those 8 characters. And one thing that's really, really interesting that Treyarch said is that these characters can interact with each other in ways that we've not seen since Black Ops 4's Alpha Omega, where you could be playing as this brand new iteration of Rick Tuffin, but you could also have someone on your team playing as Black Ops 6's Maya, and they will have conversations with each other that you wouldn't get from anyone else. It's gonna mean there's a lot of...
Okay, well, so we've got Speed Cola here as well, so that's 3 perks in Bus Depot, but why was it...
And they will have conversations with each other.
That's the hatch to the roof of the bus, or in Diner to go get Galvanuckles. So I'm curious as to why this would be here.
Wouldn't get from anyone else. It's gonna mean there's a lot of dialogue inside of this game. It also means we're gonna have a lot of mystery inside of our conversations, as well as a lot of secrets that are gonna be told throughout our seasons, playing as both sets of characters interacting with each other. And it's gonna be...
Okay, is this a custom map? I think this is a custom map. I don't think this is BO7. I think this is a custom map. I don't know.
So important as we play Black Ops 7 Zombies.
Isn't real footage. Yeah, so it's not. This is not BO7. This is a custom map. Okay. Let me just say also, I don't like that I didn't like it in Black Ops 6 where you can play as the dedicated crew, or you can play as whatever operator you want. So they're not a dedicated crew if you can play as whoever you want. You know what I mean? And then we got very weak storytelling this year, at least in my opinion. And that they're doing it again where like, oh, it's going to be so unique because you can have Maya talk to Richthofen. Like, isn't that crazy? Like, not really. It's probably just going to be chit-chat BS rather than deep kind of get-to-know-you character stuff. You know, I've been thinking about this too. What made us, at least me, and you guys decide for yourselves, of course, like part of the reason why I got so invested in the story and like enjoying zombies is that you're playing the characters that things are happening to, right? We're kind of always just, it was one of the things we talked about for BO6 is like stuff was happening to other people. Like we were in here to go do a thing. We're on a mission, but we're just basically operators. It wasn't really, the story's not really about us, the characters, Weaver, Carver, Maya, Dr. Gray. I mean, tangentially it is, and directly in a sense that, of course, we're there, things are happening to us as we're doing this, but we're doing it for other people. Like, the end result is, do we save Richthofen's family, who we don't play as, or do we save, do we give Sam, the AI, Samantha Maxis's body, again, who we don't play as? So things aren't really happening to us. Like when Richthofen dies at the end of Black Ops 4, you know, that version of Richthofen. It's super, super, super sad because we were on his journey and his whole story. And we saw that how awful he was at the beginning and how he kind of, you know, eventually stopped being so awful and turned into more of a, you know, I don't know if we want to call him a good guy, but a more empathetic and sympathetic character than he was in the past. And now this stuff, like, again, I just said this to you guys on one of my last streams, like, give me, you know, name a certain number of characteristics about each of our dedicated crew. Other than they're in the military or they're a doctor, like, doesn't tell you much about them. Like, real stuff about them. You can't do too much. It kind of sucks. Anyway, I don't like that they're doing this. You can play as these guys, you can play as those guys. You could probably also play as just some generic operator too. But we'll see.
We do have interchangeable operating teams. So like I said, Richthofen and Maya to have these conversations. And the main reason is to try and figure out why this brand new iteration of our crew even exists and why they are even there. And that story is going to be told throughout the entirety of the seasons of Black Ops 7. So,
okay. Sorry, I keep pausing, but like every time we get a little thing here, it just kind of makes me think of something else. So, great. We're going to be like, hey, why are you guys even here? How are you here? How is this another version of, you know, Richthofen, blah, blah, blah? You know, they at least know Richthofen, but do any of our crew actually know Tank or Takeo or Nikolai? Like, they don't, right? There's no reason why anybody in our current crew would have any idea about those guys, and they only know Richthofen because of this version of Richthofen, Eddie. They have no idea of the German scientist, war criminal, basically Nazi. Leo, I'm more hyped for Dead Ops. I mean, I won't go that far, but I see, and I'm sure it really is just to sell us more skins. There's more availability that they can sell us more skins, but I have to say it again. If we got, like, if it was our dedicated crew, new characters we were getting to know, I'd be far more apt to buy a bundle if it gave me new. Again, go back to Cold War. I bought the Samantha Maxis bundle. I've only ever bought like 2 bundles ever. No, it's 3 now because I bought 2 from BO6. I got the very first one that came out during the year. It had all the zombie stuff to it, and you also got like some Ultra Gobblegums. And then I got the Mr. Peaks one. I forget what it was called. It was one that gave Weaver, and the XM4 had the, you know, basically shot out like gumballs and perk cans and all that kind of stuff. Looked kind of crazy. And like I said, you got some Ultra Gums. And then I got the Mr. Peaks bundle as well. Yeah, I mean, I don't understand why it's so hard for them to understand that, but okay. I got that one. Something a repairman. I really don't remember. It's called I Dead, actually. I Dead was called. I don't remember why. Weaver repairman, maybe something like that. Anyway.
And that story is going to be told throughout the entirety of the season.
Okay, yeah. So the whole story, like, how are the new crew? How are they here? Telling it throughout the whole season, kind of, which should and could possibly be totally fine, because things will be revealed as you go, right? You're not just gonna. You don't want them to just sit down and go, "Here's everything." You just be a big exposition dump, but. It's giving me the sense of Black Ops 6, like we had, think of all the things that were set up at the very beginning, like whether it was Terminus or Liberty Falls, that just kind of, I mean, the whole Panos, like, is Panos dead or not now? And who is Panos? And why is Panos? And who was he talking to in the Dark Ether in Liberty Falls? Because you can do the upgrades for, you know, the Wonder Weapon, where you could either kill Blanchard or you did kill. Well, I don't know. You don't kill him though. He's like a ether ghost. I don't know. I don't know what you're doing in that. I think you're taking his essence, but you don't. One, as far as like what's canon, what's not canon. Like speaking of the endings, like is it the Sam ending or the Richthofen ending that's canon? Don't know. Could be both. Doesn't really make sense. So is Blanchard dead or not? Because you don't have to do the upgrades for the Wonder Weapons to do the main quest. But then if they're going to pick one, is Panos still alive or is Blanchard still alive? I don't know. I just don't want them to, like, telling a story over a year, of course, that's what you do. I just don't want them to drag it out into, like, and just kind of be... Because I really do feel like the story from BO6, we were just kind of jerked around a little bit. Like, it was not strong storytelling. And I don't want the same thing to be true for BO7. Now, there's all kinds of rumors. I don't know what's true or not. Craig Houston, who has been the main writer for Zombies for years, like he's taking a sabbatical and he wasn't working on BO6 at all. I don't know if he's coming back for BO7. I don't know if that's true or not, frankly. But there was a very noticeable storytelling style change from everything prior to BO6 compared to Black Ops 6. I mean, I said it a million times to you guys about the stuff like how Modi is... We were introduced to her at the beginning of, or during Terminus, and then at the end of Terminus, she's dead. We're not even introduced. We're just told about Nathan, Maya's brother. That's the whole reason why she's there. And then literally halfway through the Easter egg, she's dead. He's dead, rather. And then she sticks around for whatever reason, but his whole thing is gone. Then at the end, during the cutscene, it's a big thing like, oh, Franco and the French Syndicate. Ooh, that's a big deal. We're going to France. Franco is killed by Maya in a side Easter egg halfway through the Citadel Easter egg. Main quest, you know. So it's like a lot of... Again, then Panos introduced in Liberty Falls, and then we don't hear from him again until the very end of the year. Like, it was really weird storytelling. What's his name from The Tomb? Sir Archibald Fuckface, whatever his name was. Oh, dear boy. But you know, the blowhard, the ghost, whatever he was. I don't know. The robot reveal from the reveal looked like the thing Nikolai is in Angarat. Oh, the mech suit? We're gonna go back and we'll look at what they actually showed again. I thought we were gonna actually see gameplay footage, and we're not. Apparently.
So let's talk about the map. Transit 2.0.
Okay. Sorry.
The map isn't actually called that, and we do know the name of the map, but as of right now, they said we're not allowed to tell anyone the name of the map. So let's just call it.
Okay, so we are getting a Transit 2.0. We don't know the new name of it yet. So that is cool. I'm happy about that. He's going to tell us more in a second. But You guys, like, there's a picture that came out too. Like, you saw the picture that Pizza put on, at the very beginning of this video. It was him, Noah, Milo, Mr. Dalek, Chopper. Was that it? Those 5 guys? But somebody else took a picture from, like, at the same time, like, from up on a railing above them, with Kevin Drew in it, who's the director of Zombies now. Has been since Cold War. And it looked like they might have been, like, maybe 1 or 2 other people, Zombies creators, were there, but that's kind of it. So I want to ask you guys, and I swear, like, there's no chance I'm not talking about me, because I don't exist basically in the Zombies community. Like, I have a very small channel. I'm genuinely not talking about me, but these same people get invited. These same small handful of people get invited to Treyarch to go test these things out, to go play early, do all this kind of stuff. Don't you think they could spread it around to, like, MZC, Donuts, whoever else, like, Jolt, somebody, like, other people in the Zombies community that have a following, but it's like, it's the same group, like, same group of 5 or 6 people every time. That if there are going to be invites sent out, it's going to be this small group of people every single time for like a decade now, probably more. I don't know. It's a weird it's a weird thing. Jason Blundell needs to come back. I wish, Leo. It's not going to happen though. Anyway, I think it's a kind of a weird. I don't want to.
This will be the biggest Zombies map ever. Now, we've been told this multiple times throughout the franchise, but genuinely, this is the biggest map ever. Treyarch also said in regards to that comment, the biggest Zombies map ever, it's not just in size, but also in intent. We'll come back to that in a little bit. Okay. So Treyarch said that Black Ops 7 is a complete direct sequel to Black Ops 2. But in terms of zombies, in terms of our Dark Ether storyline, that...
Okay, I will rewind a little bit just so we don't miss anything, but like you just said, Black Ops 7 is a direct sequel to BO2. We are getting a Transit 2.0, not actually called that, but we are getting a new version of Transit. If you guys have Xbox and you have Black Ops 2, I will be playing probably mostly Transit, but I will be touching on the other maps in BO2 Zombies before Black Ops 7 comes out, because I played Transit basically for the first time. Did the Easter eggs for the first time ever on Christmas, basically, of last year. And I've not played it since, by the way. And before that, I had literally loaded into the game one time, because I'm the type of person, if you can't do it solo, I don't want to play it, because I'm not going to be able to finish it. You know what I mean? So, like, as much as I like Shadows of Evil, I don't even remember the last time I played Shadows of Evil, because you can't finish it as a solo player. Anyway, my whole point is I will be playing BO2 probably a lot between now and the launch of BO7, which is in mid-November. So that's like 2.5 months, almost 3 months to go. So if I got you on my friends list or we become pals between now and then, I'll probably be just like hopping onto Twitter and being like, hey, I'm hopping on to Transit. If I'm on, if I know you and you're on my friends list and on Xbox, like, you want to play, let me know. So just something to consider if you're interested. Every map takes place in the Dark Ether. I've heard that. Let's jump in.
We'll come back to that in a little bit. So Treyarch said that Black Ops 7 is a complete direct sequel to Black Ops 2. But in terms of zombies, in terms of our Dark Ether storyline, that doesn't really work. So that's why they decided to look at something iconic from Black Ops 2, such as Transit, which would have been incredible if everything inside of Transit would have been originally what they wanted to do, and take that to the next level. So a massive difference from Black Ops 2's Transit going over to Black Ops 7's Transit is we've now got our second ever Wonder Vehicle added to the franchise. The last time we saw a Wonder Vehicle was the bike that we saw on MWZ, and now we're going to be getting our second iteration of this Wonder Vehicle on this brand new Zombies map. The Wonder Vehicle is a Jeep-like vehicle, and it's got 3 Abomination heads on the front of the car. It's also got...
Okay. It's not a bus. We're not getting Ted back. We're going to be driving it. And it's like a Jeep with 3 Abomination heads on it? Is that what he said? Which is kind of weird.
Jeep-like vehicle, and it's got 3 Abomination heads on the front of the car. It's also got a mounted turret on the top of the car as well that looks like it's firing out DG2 bullets, like literal electricity, which looks very, very cool. Treyarch said, "You're going to need the Wonder Vehicle to navigate and get through the giant launch
map." Okay. Again, super sounds like Outbreak. Yeah. Like you could get into a Jeep or, you know, a car or a motorcycle on those maps. Really big. And we've said this before. I just said it earlier in this stream. I mean, Transit basically had the layout of the first ever Outbreak map, but because of hardware limitations and everything, you could only drive the circle around, and there was like, you know, just a few stops. But imagine take Transit and then open it up so there's no barriers. You can just literally walk from one side, not through the roads, but every little thing in between. You know what? Let's see if I can add an image here real quick. Hear my squeaky mouse wheel? Squeak, 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 squeak. Tell me I don't have the picture right here. You're a piece of garbage. Oh, here we go. Okay, so just so you can, hey, there I am. So normally, you know, you would be at the sorry, the bus depot right here, right? And then you could only go on the road or like just off of it. Like you got a few feet on each side. You know, the cornfield you can go through, but really you can't just run through it. You can only go through the path that's laid out for you there. Same thing when you go over to Noctover on this side. Well, it's not on this map here. But what if you could start a bus depot? Like, and this road doesn't even exist in the actual game. You just, you know, like you come through town and then you go across the bridge and whatever over here. But if you could just like walk out of bus depot and just be like, instead of going through the road into the tunnel and around to get to diner, what if you just decided, I'm just going to walk straight and I'm going to head down this road through these buildings or across this field here. This is not an exact map, by the way. This is just kind of an idea of things. And just cut through here. So basically, it looks like an Outbreak map, right? I mean, it kind of is, in a way. It's just that the most of the map wasn't open to us, and now it sounds like they're basically going to do this, but you will have access to pretty much everything. So, anyway, okay, let's get back to the video. I mean, what are you guys thinking right now? Biggest map, as in bigger than MWZ? Probably biggest round-based map. That's what I'm thinking. I can't imagine that's bigger than Modern Warfare Zombies. That would be, like, genuinely huge. Yeah, I think round-based.
And we'll touch a little bit more on that Wonder Vehicle in a sec. Navigate and get through the giant launch map. And we'll touch a little bit more on that Wonder Vehicle in a second. Treyarch also said that they can't think of a better map that expresses the dark ether and the experiences that we're going to be having this year than a brand new version of Transit. They said it's basically a Bermuda Triangle type map.
Okay, it's not Bermuda, it's Bermuda. Oh, that's funny. If it's bigger than MWZ, then might as well turn it into an MWZ mode. It's not going to be that big. Yeah, I think round-based is... They left that out. Okay, I'm not trying to make fun of them, by the way. I just pointed out it's just amusing. It's not Bermuda. Anyway. Okay.
New version of Transit. They said it's basically a Bermuda Triangle type map, featuring unique various locations from different time periods, each with their own unique story. And apparently what excites the Treyarch team the most is bringing back the idea that it's better to stick together while playing this map than splitting apart.
Okay, so one that says solo, bad idea, which sucks for me. Two, different parts of the map are from different time periods. That's really interesting. I don't even know what that's gonna mean. I mean, because obviously, if you're thinking of different time periods, then like you instantly, my thoughts are different parts from the crew. Like, could we see Primus and Ultimus like in different spots? I don't know. That would be a little bit goofy. Well, I don't know. Bruh, mute. Has he mentioned cutscenes yet? No.
They said that Transit did a great job of that, especially with the bus system, and you'll definitely need to make that decision to stick together to survive longer on this launch map, and that's where the Wonder Vehicle is going to be really, really important. You need to decide as a team where you want to go next, and then you move to that destination on that Wonder Vehicle.
Because it does kind of sound like, now that he's saying this, like, you know, to stick together to survive for longer, it really does kind of sound like what they were telling us in the lead up to MWZ, doesn't it? Like with the different tiered zones, tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. So if you went into the middle of the map in tier 3, it's like, if you're solo, it's going to be a rough time. It kind of sounds like what he's saying, right? Yeah, save it until we get to that point, Bri.
Treyarch also mentioned that the Wonder Vehicle isn't the only way to traverse this map. There's actually multiple ways to get around the transit map, and things that we can unlock to traverse around the map too. The image that we saw of the Wonder Vehicle itself also seems to have a brand new zombie type on there as well. So let's talk a little bit more about transit itself on Black Ops 7. Like I said, not going to be called transit, but we're going to find that out eventually. An image we saw actually showed the entirety of the transit map from a bird's eye view, and it looked like there were 6 main locations to this map. So on the original transit, we had 5 locations. We had Bus Depot, we had Dine.
Hold on. So he's going to go through this. This is a different version of basically the map I just showed you. So we've got, he's talking about the main points of interest, right? That you could stop off at. So we've got, this is the original transit. We got Bus Depot, Diner, you got the farm, you got power down here. This is the cornfield right here, and this is Noct. Then you've got town. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Really kind of, I guess you could include this as a 6th. Makes sense. And he's saying, but the new one has 5 points of interest.
We had farm, we had the power, and we also had town, as well as a little Nacta and Toten thrown in there as well. But on this, it looks like there's 6 main areas of the map, and they're all being connected by roads. The areas that I could personally make out from this image seem to be farm, diner, and the original power location where we saw the Avogadro back on Black Ops 2. Even though on this Black Ops 7 version, the area of the power seems to be much, much bigger. So Treyarch went on to say that in between each of these mainstream locations, you have roads connecting them all. And what makes those roads interesting is that they live outside of the rules of round-based zombies. Now, I don't know exactly what that means, but potentially it could mean that rounds don't exist when you're inside those areas.
Okay, that's what I was just going to get to, and he's basically saying this. So, like I was saying when we were just talking about with this image here, like imagine you could just go from Bus Depot, which is here in this instance, over to Diner, but you didn't want to just take the main road, like you wanted to cut through. Well, once apparently maybe like when you start cutting through, rounds stop and you've got like an infinite spawn round basically. So even if you're on round 7 or 15, it doesn't matter. But once you walk into this, like these, let's call them out of bounds areas, although they're in bounds because you're not breaking the game, you're not in a place you're not supposed to be. It's just not the main path. But when you, like, once you cross a barrier, let's say, you literally get to the other side of the road, right, from Bus Depot. There's, you know, Ted and his bus right here, and then there's the couple of buildings. And then let's just say you could actually go down this road, which you can't in transit. But let's say this was real, and like you step over this barrier of the road, and then okay, now you're into this out of bounds area. Rounds no longer exist. So once you walked into there on round 5, it's going to stay around 5 until you leave that area, and it's going to be infinite spawns. Could be a fantastic way to earn points and really kind of cheese the map. So they probably thought of that, and you get like 10 points per kill or something really bad, maybe like that. Or maybe you don't get any points at all. I don't know. It sounds interesting, though. Definitely interesting. Exactly what I was going to say. It's an area to regroup and get set up for after getting knocked off and stuff. Yeah, I mean, you could just go and earn points. Maybe you're limited to the amount of time you can go there or the amount of time you're allowed to be in there.
Areas. You could kill 1 million zombies and not progress in rounds. Once again, I don't know if that's true or not, but that's what it sounds like to me. They said that there will be some fog that rolls in, but you will absolutely be able to see. Treyarch showed us this crazy technology that they brought into Black Ops 7 in terms of visuals, and it's mind-blowing. They've basically created a whole new system where you're able to see through objects, as well as different graphical things that just blew my mind, such as sparks and fire. All looks incredible in Black Ops 7. So in terms of the fog itself, you know it's going to look next level, and it's not going to be the really annoying fog that we had on Black Ops 2. Treyarch also went on to say that on these roads that are linking up the main areas, there will be secrets to discover. There will definitely be an increased threat inside of these areas, and you as the player will absolutely feel the pressure of being in there. And
okay, this sounds 100% like MWZ. So you're going to go into these areas where rounds don't exist, or basically you can think of it as being on pause. The actual round that you were on is paused, and now you are an infinite round until you get back to the main area. And in between, you're going to be able to go in there, kill zombies, probably earn points, like exactly what we were talking about a minute ago. But it's going to be difficult. It's not like a free... you know how like in Moon you would go back down to Area 51 every once in a while and just sit in that back left corner as they come up the stairs and just mow them down and earn like 10,000 points in a couple of minutes? It sounds like we're not going to do that. It's going to be more like MWZ in the Zone 3, the high danger zone. Probably. Modern Warfare Zombies / Outbreak hybrid. Kinda, yeah, it's kind of what I'm thinking. Well, more of like a MWZ round-based hybrid. Because MWZ kind of is Outbreak, right? Just with... Yeah, I mean, kind of is. But bigger. So more of like a... anyway.
Those areas aren't exactly
your point
areas that
stands.
you want to stay in for... pressure of being in there, and those areas aren't exactly areas that you want to stay in for too long. They said that each of these roads are all unique and different areas that are full of personality and showing different elements of different time periods too. Now that sounds crazy. That sounds...
Is it going to be like... Because I've had this experience of being on a movie lot, right? A back lot, where you can be in like 1920s New York, and then you see all the people that are working, and then whatever they're shooting there, like an old gangster picture or something like that. And they're all dressed in like, 1920s style. And then you literally turn a corner and then they're shooting like a sci-fi movie over here. And so it's completely different. And then you've got like and that's in the future. And then you've got like the high school drama that's set over here in the current day. Is it going to be kind of like that where you can literally walk into just different time periods? The whole different time periods thing is weird to me. Like, is it going to be focused on story aspects, or is it literally just to throw atmosphere into like a different type of atmosphere? It's got to be story specific, right? Mike, what's wrong with my mic? What happened? Can you not hear me? What was that? Hello? What's going on? Nothing wrong? Okay, you freaked me out. All right, let's get back to this then.
It's like some of these roads could be like 1940s inspired, like a Shadows of Evil road. And then we might have a futuristic road with crazy technology on. So another thing that we're going to be talking about now is going to be 2 launch.
Oh, they're ad. You can hear me? Just try refreshing, see if that works. Because, I mean, nothing's changed. on my end.
Maps. We've got our main, massive, biggest zombies map ever, Transit 2.0. And then we have another map on launch as well. And this is because we have the return this year of survival maps. And our survival map that we get on launch of Black Ops 7 is going to be Farm. Treyarch said that the idea of taking smaller locations from our launch map and making them a standalone map is something that they've wanted to do for a while. They said that something they found so successful on Black Ops 6 was looking at Liberty Falls and how accessing absolutely everything you need to get to high rounds was on that tiny map and able for you to do camo grinds. Treyarch saw this. Treyarch saw that the community...
They saw it. Okay, so having a survival maps added again, like this will be the first time really since BO2, right? I mean, I wouldn't call a giant a survival map. There is technically a main quest Easter egg. It's the simplest one to possibly think of. So I guess it's kind of along those lines, but it's more of taking a piece of a bigger round-based map. Like, again, Black Ops 2, Transit. You had Farm, you had Town, you had Bus Depot. And they're getting back to that. And they are doing Transit 2.0 is the main map. And they're doing a Farm survival map. But they're talking about comparing it to Liberty Falls, which in Black Ops 2, the Farm survival map is tiny area. Like tiny, tiny, tiny area. It's that one little road that leads, if you straight up and then a little bit to the left, you go to the barn. A little bit to the right, you go to the house. And if you go straight, there's kind of nothing. I mean, it's a little bit of an area you can walk, but that's it. Super tiny. And they're talking about Liberty Falls, how much people have played it. And I made a video about this, just a shorts video, about halfway through the year. Liberty Falls at the time, I think this was even before the Tomb had... No, it was after the Tomb. But I was just looking at my time played. Terminus, which at the time was my favorite map, I had played for like 2.5 days, like total game time. Blah, 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 whatever. But the other maps were similar, but less. And it was like, well, I like Terminus more, so that makes sense that I hadn't played Citadel as much as that, plus Citadel's newer. And then I looked at my time played on Liberty Falls. Like, I've been playing that for more than a week. And was not even remotely my favorite map. I mean, I've got my bottom, for me, it's like Terminus, Shattered Veil, Reckoning, Citadel, Liberty Falls, Tomb. So it's number 5 out of 6 for me. But the reason why I do is because that's all my camo grinding, and if you just need your daily challenges done, you don't have to go turn on power. You don't have to do this, like anything like that. Like in Terminus, you have 3 different stations you got to turn on power. So are they making Farm way bigger? And I don't know.
Any map and able for you to do camo grinds. Treyarch saw this. Treyarch saw that the community loved doing camo grinds on Liberty Falls and thought this would be an amazing time to bring over survival maps back from Black Ops 2 to allow you to have that smaller map experience to try and do camo grinds and get over to high rounds fast. They said that survival maps also seemed like an incredibly good complement to the very large, vast launch map. Treyarch said that also what makes these survival maps so cool is that some of these survival maps are going to be really deep into the game. And what they mean by that is some of these survival maps are going to be in locations that are really far into the map itself. So people that don't necessarily have the time or the skill to get through a massive map will be able to play and enjoy these areas as much as anyone that does have that time and skill. Kind of like fast forwarding your way through, you know what I mean? They also said that there's going to be absolutely no main quest in these areas and everything is there for you to get to high rounds and survive for as long as possible.
He's talking about the survival maps, not the big Transit 2.0 map as far as the main quest stuff. So don't panic about that.
They are purely survival maps. And Treyarch will also be releasing new survival maps throughout the seasons of Black Ops 7 as well. Now, another massive thing that's coming back for Black Ops 7 and Black Ops 7 Zombies. We've already spoken about a launch map. We've spoken about a survival map. Let's talk about a third thing. Let's talk about Dead Ops Arcade 4, a massive staple in the franchise. If you don't know what Dead Ops Arcade is, it's essentially a game within a game. It started out in Black Ops 1. We saw it again inside of Black Ops Ops 3, then in Cold War, and now the 4th rendition of this will be inside of Black Ops 7 on launch. Kevin Drew, the lead director of Zombies, said that it's a twin sticks arcade action-packed shooter, taking elements from all Zombies maps. And with this version of Dead Ops Arcade, it's bursting with content, to the point where we had to make sure that we talk about it now and release it with Black Ops 7. Kevin Drew also mentioned that you could literally look at Dead Ops Arcade 4 as its own game. It also supports global progression, so no matter where you are playing in Black Ops 7, whether it's Zombies,
I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I don't give a damn about Dead Ops Arcade in the slightest. You know, I always hear, like, you know, if they're taking any of their time away from the round-based stuff to do whatever this was over here, I'll be super pissed about blah, blah, blah. In this kind of instance, I understand it. Does anybody, I mean, honestly, how many people play Dead Ops Arcade? Anyway, it doesn't matter. I know there's people that love it, but it's a very small amount of people. It's going to be a campaign camo grind. I might go for it. A first-person arcade would be cool instead of survival. I'd much rather have the survival stuff. I played Dead Ops 3, was in Cold War, right? I played it literally one time. I was like, okay, I'm done.
And you're still working towards prestige.
I guess it's
you're
just
still
not for
ranking
me.
up weapon levels. You're still unlocking items.
And by the way,
you're
when I
still
streamed it,
unlocking camos, as well as much,
it was
much
like
more. As well
far
as
and
this, there
away
was also
the
a
lowest amount of
brand new
viewership I had
cutscene
on
that we
any
got to
stream from
watch. I would
Cold War.
assume they've showed this at Gamescom, but obviously I have to make this video before Gamescom. But just to give you a lowdown, in this cutscene, it's kind of an additional cutscene from the Reckoning ending, where you have our full 8 scenes. Still working towards prestige. You're still ranking up weapon levels.
Talk about
You're
that
still
up
unlocking items, and you are still unlocking camos, as well as much, much more. As well as this, there was also a brand new cutscene that we got to watch. I would assume they've showed this at Gamescom, but obviously I have to make this video
They
before
did not show it at
Gamescom.
Gamescom.
But just to give you a lowdown, in this cutscene, it's kind of an additional cutscene from the Reckoning ending, where you have our full 8 playable characters of Black Ops 7, and then a brand new enemy or person walks out with heavy boots and chains. It kind of sounds like the Warden from Mob of the Dead,
Yeah.
but who knows? And there it is. That is the full lowdown of everything that I can talk to you about.
Wait, okay, so the intro cutscene to Black Ops 7 Zombies, Transit 2.0, is going to be a continuation of the scene that we saw at the end of Reckoning, and the Warden is going to come out? Margwa Network posted a second teaser. Official power station is on the new map. Yeah. Oh, okay. Let's hold. Okay, you ready? Okay, one, that's not the Warden. It looks like we got cowboy boots with spurs on them. The two heads in these cages, I mean, this is like a combo of Fallout, like the ghoul, and something you'd see in The Walking Dead. Shadowsmith? Yeah, it could be. Yeah, could be. So we've got zombie heads floating, or skulls. That's not even a zombie head, or is it? I can't tell. But it's somehow, through magic, is just floating in these little cages. Okay, it definitely could be. Did any of you guys watch, like, Noah's stuff? Is it different? Because do you guys all know who Shadowsmith? I don't even. How many people are even here? all of you. There's 3 of you, so it's like there's nobody here. It's just me and you guys talking. So, what the fuck? Noah mentioned there being a CGI intro cutscene for every map. CGI cutscene? What does that mean? Anyway, I mean, it'd be great if we get intro cutscenes again, and means AI. Yeah, that's kind of what it sounds like. He posted it too? Okay. I'm on his... Armor system is back. Oh, well, I mean, it's to be expected, right? So we're not getting a shield. Survival maps are everything you need to get to high rounds. Full reveal in early September. Early September? Didn't they say, wasn't it like September? I thought it was late September. When is... COD Next 2025 is... Okay, you don't have the date, just saying September. Okay, nobody has the date here. Okay, I didn't catch it from when we were watching Gamescom. 30th, right? I thought he said the 30th. I mean, you can't be surprised we're not getting a shield, though, right? I mean, did you guys ever play that? Is it called? Oh shit! I just forgot what it's called. BO3 custom map. It's in like an old west town like this. And then the end is you get the DeLorean from Back to the Future and fly out of there. That's what this is reminding me of. It's great. It's a great map. I forget what it's called. It's really good, though. 14th, you thought? November 14th is the game coming out. What was I even looking for here? November, yeah. More mid-end game cutscenes for BO7 and expanding it. Well, that would be nice. They're interested in it. Doesn't mean they're going to do it. So, take that for whatever you will. Intros will be made for every map in BO7. They will be CGI as well. I don't know what that means. I mean, I know we're saying AI, but CGI just means computer generated. So I think they're trying to get around saying, like, at the end of BO4, you know how they just stopped making those scenes and they were like those semi-moving still pictures? You know, like with the Great War is like, oh, and the Apothecon's kind of doing a weird, like, oh, back and forth. I think that's trying to what they're trying to get at here, but I don't know. Gobblegums carry forward. Yeah, we covered all this stuff.
As of right now, there will be a massive zombies drop in early September, which is going to be giving us a greater look at Black Ops 7 Zombies and all of the content that will be available on launch of Black Ops 7 and Black Ops 7 Zombies as well. There you go. I hope you...
Oh, geez, he made a half-hour-long video. We're not watching that. Gameplay reveal live. Oh, that's his reaction to it. He streamed for 10 minutes? What? Where is... So, just so you guys... So, Codename Pizza's video was 10 minutes. Noah's video is 10 minutes. Milo's is 32 minutes long.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I was invited out last week to go to Treyarch to see the new Zombies game early and get about 20 minutes of hands-on play time with a couple other Zombies YouTubers who you can see on screen there. And in addition to the 20 minutes we played the game, we got a presentation from Kevin Drew and the rest of the developers basically talking about multiplayer, campaign, and most importantly to us, the Zombies mode in Call of Duty Black Ops 7. First, I'm gonna go through the presentation and literally just tell you guys word for word what they told us in the presentation about what we can expect in the game, the information on the story, the new crew, everything like that. And then we're gonna get more into my own opinion because I know a lot of people want to know my thoughts about what I thought about the presentation and everything like that. So we'll get into that afterwards. But first of all, let's just get through all of the information.
I thought we were going to see some.
So the first thing we learned about Black Ops 7 Zombies is that there's going to be 8 available crew members to play as in the first map. These characters are going to be Maya, Weaver, Gray, and Carver. Obviously, the crew from Black Ops 6 is actually coming over into Black Ops 7. But just like we saw in the end cutscene of the Reckoning, all 4 of this new crew, which is kind of the old crew, it's a 3rd iteration of them. I'll talk about that in a second, but all 4 of these members are going to be playable as well upon launch. Now, specifically with this crew, Treyarch is calling them a 3rd iteration of the original crew. It means that every single story that happened before with the crew is still canon. They specifically said nothing is being erased, nothing is being retconned. Everything that happened in all of the zombie stories still happened. However, that these characters are back in a different form in the Dark Ether timeline. He didn't elaborate any more on what these characters are, how they exist, if they're good or evil or anything like that, but they basically say the Black Ops 6 crew is going to serve as kind of your bridge into learning who these characters are and learning what's different about them from the previous versions. From there, Kevin Drew basically started talking about the launch map. They are calling it the biggest round.
You going for the Vault Edition? Yeah, I mean, I kind of have to.
Base map ever created, and he made a point to say that's just not like we're making it big to make it big. We are chalking this thing full of things to do and Easter eggs. He then said they took inspiration from Transit and all of the needing to stick together a bit more, bringing back the idea and expanding upon the idea of kind of playing together as a team.
What about solo players? Why do they always do shit like this? It's really annoying, man. Just gonna breathe through that for a second. I mean, I made it through, you know, MWZ solo entirely, so it's not a big deal, but like,
team and checking out all of the unique locations all around the map, each one with its own time periods, its own unique story, really making it sound like each space was crafted like very, very specially. Kevin then said all of these areas are going to be connected by these kind of like dark and shadowy and even fog infested roads that basically you're going to be able to use a wonder vehicle, which kind of looks like what I have on screen here, except a little bit more like dark ethery with like zombie colors and, you know, ether crystals and stuff like that hanging off the car. And he said basically in these in-between areas, even if you're on like round 1, these can be extremely deadly areas and are not going to abide by the same like what round.
Okay, 100%. I'm saying all these in-between areas is definitely like MWZ tier 3. Like it has to be, right? I mean, it might not be 100% like tier 3 right off the rip necessarily. It could be like a tier 2 kind of situation. But it'd be like when you drop in. Well, you don't drop in, you spawn into MWZ, but like if you pulled out a Scorcher, do you think the Scorcher's going to come back for this map? To get around? Because the Scorcher was like the best thing about MWZ. Oh, if they bring back the Scorcher, I'll be happy.
Ion type rules. They're going to be kind of like wild card zones. He said you're going to need to use the Wonder Vehicle and other modes of transportation to move quickly. However, that there are going to be many
other modes of transportation. So it could be certainly teleporters. I mean, they had teleporters in Transit. I didn't like the randomness of that in Transit, but you know, we've obviously had plenty of other teleporters, different type things like that. But if it is really like a Scorcher in Transit 2.0, so you could shoot yourself up into the air and, you know, I hope if they bring back the Scorcher, they better not mess with the whole, you know, you could L trigger halfway down and then boost yourself and boost yourself and boost yourself. Oh, 4 mastery camos for zombies. Nice.
Many things and secrets to discover in these darker and much more difficult areas. And after that, they basically, in a very like joking and like a we know what the community said about this tone, basically said, what else can we confirm, Kevin? And then Kevin said that every single map this year, every single like main zombies map is going to feature a cinematic CG intro. I think they saw all of the hate that Reckoning was getting, rightfully so, for not having an intro cutscene at all. And sure enough, he confirmed in this that every single map this year is going to have that cinematic intro, not just the starting map. Black Ops.
Okay, so cinematic CG intro. I really think the whole cinematic thing is not necessarily AI, though it certainly could be. It's just that it's going to be, you know, CG computer generated, but it's going to be animated, I think, is the whole point. Like what we're seeing here from this was the Liberty Falls intro cutscene for some reason and not Shattered Vale. Makes no sense, by the way. That it's not going to be like I said, at the end of BO4 when we were getting those like static images that kind of slightly moved, you know what I mean? Like they're doing that kind of weird non-animated animation. Because they just decided at that point they weren't spending any more money on zombies for some reason. So now, although it probably will be AI because they can now do it way cheaper, but if they're able to at least kind of focus it and get it right, then, I mean, I want them to pay real people. I want them to hire real people, and not just pawn everything off on a computer program. But at least we'll be getting cinematics this year for everything, apparently.
7 is basically going to feature 2 maps at launch. One of them is obviously going to be this big map that they've been talking about, but they also are going to be featuring a survival map on launch, which essentially the way they were describing this is going to be a smaller, more concise version of zombies, which is basically like, they saw how much everybody liked Liberty Falls and used it for camo grinding and everything like that, and they wanted to do really, really simple maps with no Easter eggs, no difficulty in setting anything up, no waypoint markers or anything. You literally just spawn in and you have pack a punch nearby.
I'm not sure that I care for that. I mean, if they're going for true, just pure survival map, I guess that makes sense, but that there's no Easter eggs on them, but I don't know. I mean, when I think of zombies, I think of Easter eggs. It's how I play the game. It's what I care about the most. I really don't care about high round stuff. I do it occasionally, but I honestly don't care about it. But if we're just talking pure survival, like, yeah, level things up, don't even, like, just pure grind, I guess it's not that bad. Like, why not? But even, like, you know, on Liberty Falls, think of that, like if there's no Easter egg stuff on it, that means, like, no power drops on the outside, no bowling shoes to shoot and go to do the, you know, the bowl the perfect score, the Gravedigger, or grave robber, however you want to call it, side Easter egg. You know, the zombie's head on top of the church. I mean, you guys, you know all the side Easter eggs on it at this point. That's kind of a bummer, but I don't know. Maybe stripping it down and getting back to more of a BO2. See, the movement is really going to be the thing that's going to change that. It's not going to feel the same as it used to. But
have your armor upgrade system nearby. You have everything you need to just hop in and play zombies with no difficulty right on launch. And the first map is going to be Farm, which is a location obviously that is similar to the one we had in Transit. However, that this one is going to be the launch survival map. A lot of what they said in the presentation of basically how this game is going to feel, where they're taking their inspirations from, sounds very, very Black Ops 2 in a lot of ways. So if that's a game you like, you will at least like the inspiration that they had for this game. During the presentation, they showed us like an overhead kind of mini-map style view of the new map, which basically looks like a giant figure 8 on its side that has like, I think like 5 or 6 or 7 different locations all kind of marked around the map, but everything was redacted. We couldn't see any information about it. We just got like the overall layout, and the only one that they showed us anything about was Farm. The next thing they emphasized was that we are going some crazy places with this year's zombie story. I think one of my biggest complaints about BO6, I really like the gameplay of BO6. I enjoy running around shooting zombies in the game, but oh my god, the maps were just like so uninspired. Just facility map A, facility.
Yeah, I agree with this 100%. Even though Terminus is my favorite map of BO6, it's because what did we have really? I mean, when I think of the last couple of games, you know, and again, I always give Cold War a break because it was made with 1 year less development time, and they made it during the last 10 months while working at home during COVID. You know, there was a literal worldwide lockdown. So you definitely, I think you have to cut them a break as far as that goes. But think of the originality for the maps in like BO3 BO4, think of like the Chaos story. Those maps, like that stuff's incredible. There's so much originality. You can literally do anything. So why do you keep doing the same boring shit and just going to another facility map? And again, Terminus is my favorite map in BO6, but I mean, what else did we have? Liberty Falls certainly wasn't going to be my favorite. The Tomb, I think, sucks flat out. It's just bad. I don't mind the location. It looks like, oh, this could be cool, but there's nothing inside of that stuff to fill it out. It just kind of like, it's just all surface. There's no substance underneath. So that's kind of a big fault for me, a big fault for it there. But it's kind of like big room, big room, big room, nothing in it. It's exactly how I would describe the Tomb. Big room, nothing in it, over. And then you fight a pendant for the boss fight. Shattered Veil was cool and at the time, I really didn't. I still enjoyed it. It's my number 2 map for this game, for BO6. It was nice to get out of those facility type places though. Like, and Citadel, like, okay, it's not a facility for sure. Like, Citadel is definitely not. It's a castle. But they put that weird puke green yellow mist over everything. And again, they kind of just had rooms with nothing in it. The obviously easiest direct comparison is Der Eisendrache, 2 castles, right? But Der Eisendrache was beautiful to look at. Didn't have, it's kind of odd that we're talking about doing a Transit 2.0 remake, and there will be fog, but don't worry, it's not the bad fog like the original Transit where you couldn't see anything. But in Citadel, they had that, like I said, that puke yellow green kind of haze over the entire map, kind of obscuring everything. And it was once again big rooms with really nothing in it. Der Eisendrache, you had Samantha's room, you had Dr. Maxis's room, you had there's like personal stuff in there, especially in Sam's room with all her drawings and everything. If you never paid attention to it, go into her room, load up. The hell was that? Load up DE. And like just go into her room, look at the drawings that she has up on her wall. But then you go into the next room, and again, there's like the little lab area, like his Dr. Max's workstation, and then his bedroom as well. Downstairs in the Undercroft, you have the statues. Like, why do we have statues of our 4 guys, our Primus crew? It's kind of weird, right? Or is it the Primus version of them, or is it the Ultimus version of them? Kind of crazy. But there's personal things throughout that whole map. And there are things to find throughout the whole map. Not main quest stuff, just like little side Easter eggs, like interesting things. Lore. Look at the books that are on the shelves, and especially the ones that are lying on the ground and everything. My point is there's plenty of interesting character developing information in that map. And in Citadel, there's none of that. And that makes it boring, to me.
Map B, I think they really know that was a big complaint about BO6, and they made a point to just, God, the maps were just like so uninspired, just facility map A, facility map B. I think they really know that was a big complaint about BO shooting zombies in the game, but
I don't want to like harp on it, but it's kind of funny that like when I think of BO6, I'm thinking, yeah, facility maps, but really, Liberty Falls is not a facility map. Citadel is not a facility map. Shattered Veil is not a facility map. The Tomb is not a facility map. And The Reckoning, yeah, it is, technically. So you've got 2 out of the 6 were facility maps. So it wasn't, as he's saying, facility map after facility map after facility map. But it does feel that way. And again, to me, it's because of what I was just talking about. The difference between like DE and Citadel is there's personal stuff in Citadel, character developing stuff in DE, and there's none of that in Citadel. It's like the Tomb, which is just, it's based off of, it meant for us to think of Origins when they announced it to us. In France, there's a dig site, excavation site, like that's Origins, and like the greatest map of all time, and then you give us the Tomb, which was again just big room after big room with nothing in it. And it goes back to what I was talking about before, which I'm not happy about, that we're going to be able to play as one of 8 different characters. You can have, our crew from BO6 and, some of them from Cold War, or our new old crew with, Richthofen, Tank, Nikolai, Takeo. Pick a fucking crew. and tell their story. That's what pulls us in. That's what gets us invested, you know, personally, emotionally. Again, go back to the end scene from Blood of the Dead. I mean, the Zombies community as a whole was just like weeping openly watching Richtofen die, that version of Richtofen. It's because we cared about the character. If Weaver dies, I'm going to be like, oh, okay. What's next? I don't give a shit about him at all. And I definitely don't care about Maya. I mean, anyway.
Oh my god, the maps were just like so uninspired. Just facility map A, facility map B. I think they really, really know that that was a big complaint about BO6, and they made a point to just kind of emphasize.
We'll get through this in a second here. Sorry.
In this year's story, we are going to some crazy locations within the Dark Ether. Everything is going to be absolutely wild. They're leveling up. These are all the words that they were saying. So we'll see if that ends up being true, but they did kind of like have that emphasis that, you know, things are not just going to be facility A and facility B anymore, which is hopefully going to be true and hopefully going to be really nice for the community. The next thing is that Dead Ops Arcade is coming back, and quote, you could think of it as its own game because there's
Don't care about it. Sorry, if you guys are interested, you can
Kinda
watch
cool.
it on your own
Another
time.
thing they said is all of your XP tokens and your gobblegums are going to carry over from Black Ops 6.
XP
so we'll
tokens
have
carrying
those on
forward
launch.
is great.
And then they went into like basically a little recap mode, which is they're getting the third iteration of the original crew in the Dark Ether timeline, the biggest round-based map ever, inspired by transit with a wonder vehicle, multiple time period locations. Survival maps are returning, starting with Farm, and more are going to be added throughout the seasons. A new version of Richtofen, Takeo, Dempsey, and Nikolai. The Black Ops 6 Zombies characters returning, all of them fully voiced. They're going to interact with each other, old crew with new crew, everything like that. And at that point, we wrapped up the presentation. We played some multiplayer, and then we played about 20 minutes of the survival map. Now, just full transparency, I signed a legal NDA as...
So they didn't even get to play the Transit 2.0. They just got to play Farm a little bit for 20 minutes. Okay.
Did everyone there that we are not allowed to talk about our actual gameplay section. We can only talk about what was discussed in the actual meeting. However, what I can do is I can discuss my opinions about the presentation and kind of talk about the general vibe of all of the images and everything like that. They didn't show us anything too crazy in terms of the map, but they did show a lot of like kind of mood pictures where it was like a screenshot of, you know, something on the map or anything like that. I can talk about all of that even though I obviously don't have that PowerPoint slide to share with you. I think my biggest takeaway from all of this and in the presentation is that they didn't really focus on many gameplay changes in the presentation. They didn't focus on too much that was like, you know, here's a new perk, here's a new gun or anything like that. They did that a little bit in the multiplayer section, but a lot of it was kind of focused around the story, the characters, and the maps. It was a lot of talk about the map, how much care that they put into it, the crazy places we're going throughout the game. And kind of the vibe that I got in the meeting is that in the same way that there wasn't like a huge game-shattering change from Cold War to Black Ops 6, it doesn't seem like Black Ops 7 is going to be this absolutely meta shifting. Like, we're not getting a change that was like Black Ops 3 to Black Ops 4 levels of just like, this is an entirely different game now that plays way differently. I think where people land on their hype levels or immediately hating this game are going to be solely based on two different things. Number one, how much does the story, getting an intro cinematic for every map, going to crazy locations, doing a lot more like quote unquote zombie feeling things rather than just going to another facility, how much does that matter to your gameplay experience? And you know, what games really resonated with you if you like that kind of thing? And the second side of it is going to be how much did you like Black Ops 6's zombie gameplay? Like, maps aside, one of my biggest complaints about Black Ops 6 was the maps. I feel like the gameplay for me was not perfect, but I genuinely enjoyed playing. I still enjoy playing Black Ops 6 Zombies. I know not everyone feels like that. That's totally fine. But I enjoy the actual gameplay systems, and I always just wanted better maps and more zombie feeling things, and for the story to not just be as bad as it was, especially in the end. Again, we are going off of a very small subset of a short presentation about the game. So again, a lot can change. They said they're going to be revealing a lot more during the zombie specific reveal that is going to happen a bit later on in the year, closer to the game's launch. But for once again, my optimism coming across as just, you know, paid off Call of Duty shill, the classic, everything like that. I genuinely do feel optimistic about this game. While I don't feel like overwhelming excitement that I feel like I even kind of got inklings of for Black Ops 6, I am genuinely excited to play and excited by what they showed us. But as always, we'll keep a very, very healthy amount of just like realism here, not, you know, take things just for their word until, you know, we actually see them with our own two eyes. Try to be very, very smart in that way and not just like ruining an experience for ourselves because it's just like we're expecting things that just aren't gonna happen. Anyway, that's enough news video, Noah. Hopefully I covered everything okay for you guys. Again, you guys know I literally just like doing the gameplay. I don't like doing the news update videos and everything like that, but I figured this was a big enough thing for me to actually hop on and cover. If you guys have any questions or think I could clarify anything better in the comment section.
Okay, so that's he's done. I don't know. I will say, I mean, so that's too bright to leave.
Please let me know down below.
That's better. I just saw it in my Streamlabs. Like, that's a really bright picture. I mean, it's exciting to. Again, things I'm excited about. Okay, I think that they're. And somewhat, I mean, we're not even sure if it's a real remake of, or, you know, reimagining of Transit itself. It certainly seems to be, right? So whether it's our old Transit map, or if it's Bus Route B, or if it's just something a bit different entirely, we're getting some form of Transit back. So I think that's actually good. Because, again, I think the Black Ops 2 version, I mean, I don't like it the way it is, but I think it has the potential to be an all-time great map. It's just that through hardware limitations, and I don't think the Easter egg was designed well either side of it. The denizens, the fog, the bus, you're limited to basically its schedule. And then it's like, okay, well, you can fast travel if you have your turbine and it doesn't break, and then you put it next to a light post, and then you jump into it, and then you end up wherever, you know, so you're not really getting to go where you want to go. You're very much at the game's mercy. Don't love those things, but that certainly seems like it's going to change. We're going to get a new vehicle. See, I'm not crazy about driving vehicles in my, like, put it this way. One of my favorite games of all time was Batman Arkham City, where you played as Batman. You kind of felt like you were Batman. And then the new game was coming out, and which was, I don't remember what it was called. I don't remember what it was. Batman Forever. I don't know. Whatever the hell it was called. And it's like, and you get to drive the Batmobile. Ooh, I was like, oh. For me, that's actually a bad thing. Not crazy about that. But in zombie stuff, like the things we've had so far, in MWZ, I mean, you needed it. That map was enormous. It's a Warzone map. You needed it to get around. And the driving and the handling of it, everything wasn't bad. In Outbreak, it really wasn't bad either, although the vehicle kind of took like too much damage, too easy in that game. So they can just change that, hopefully, maybe if it's going to be along those lines. So as far as like you get a vehicle to get around, I'm not too concerned about that. That's not that bad of a thing. If they bring back the Scorcher Wonder Weapon and you can still literally fly with it, like you were able to use it in MWZ, I'll be goddamn thrilled, because that was like one of the most fun things about MWZ. I really love that aspect of that game. So that stuff I'm looking forward to. I kind of like the idea of going back to the pure, like the challenge map where you've no Easter eggs on it whatsoever. It's just a small area, and it's basically built for camo grinding. You'll be able to pack a punch. It'll have like probably a Wonder Fizz machine. I did hear rumors, by the way. We watched Pizza's video and Noah's, and neither of them mentioned it. But I heard rumor coming back that Wonder Fizz is going to work in BO7 like it did in the past. So before Cold War, where it was cheaper to buy, but you got a random perk. So you could end up with Jug or Double Tap 2.0, or you could end up with Deadshot Daiquiri. You could end up with, anything else. Or Elemental Pop. It was like kind of like Elemental Pop to me is like one of the worst perks. Because you got the thing going off and you don't necessarily want it going off. You know what I mean? Anyhow, but I like the idea of getting the older version of it back. I think it would be great too if we got the old styling of it as well, like it looked like it used to do in BO3 and BO2, rather than just a vending machine. which is kind of dull. Because the perk machines are actually pretty cool looking, and then the Wonder Fizz machine is just a random, like, generic soda machine, vending machine, which is kind of boring looking, which I'm not crazy about. So if they did a random one, so it's cheaper to buy, but you don't know what you're going to end up with. Okay. Also heard Classic mode is coming back. It won't be like the full-time mode, but we're going to be able to play in Classic mode. So that would be interesting. Or that might even, maybe I'm confusing that with, that might be the end of BO6, to be honest with you, like Season 6. So don't take that as any, like, just forget I said it. Which, honestly, though, like, BO6 will be interesting if they did go back to Classic mode. You start with a 1911. If they don't change values for anything, but limited you to 4 perks, and, like, I mean, because you know how weak the guns are by round 3 even in this game. It's kind of crazy. Anyway, that's for a different day. So pure survival maps, I think, would probably, it's not a bad thing, at least. It's not like, ooh, super exciting either. But, okay. To me, I always go back to, quote-unquote, for a bonus map. I mean, the Giant, nothing beats that, or has, in my opinion. Like, and Liberty Falls wasn't bad. I just don't love that, you know, there's no mood to it. There's still, like, I know the whole aura thing, I'm not trying to, you know, harp on that, but it really doesn't have a feel to it. I mean, at the same time, though, there are some cool little Easter eggs, you know, with the video store, with the videos that Richtofen rents from the back of that it is Freedom Chicken, that Sergeant Miller talked about in MWZ, and all these comics right next to it, where her dad got killed by the zombie in the alley. Mom got, how did her mom die? They got separated, or the dad was shot and the mom got killed by a zombie? I don't remember, something like that. And then she holed up in Freedom Chicken for 3 days, and then some bikers came through and, like, found her and rescued her. So there's stuff there that I enjoy kind of a lot. Like, it is cool to think about when you're aware of those things and be able to think about it. But, like, the map itself doesn't have any kind of, like, ooh, I'm in a, you know, a zombies game, or an interesting place even. So, anyway. I honestly thought we were getting way more today. I really thought we didn't really get anything from the actual presentation from Gamescom about zombies. Like, we got nothing. And they're like, in COD Next is next month, like September 30th. So I guess we're going to have, I don't know, maybe some trailers will drop before then. I'm not expecting much, though. Because normally, like, September would be, end of August, beginning of September would be the beta. And we're not getting the beta till August 5th. That's early access. You know what we're going to do, though, real quick? I want to check. So I don't know. Overall, like, this whole presentation, it was okay. I'm not... I wasn't blown away by anything. Like, there's nothing that happened today that is super exciting, I think, as far as, like, what they actually showed us. Even the stuff that, you know, the creators were... this is what I was coming to check to see if you could pre-order it now. Oh, I just got... Dude, I swear to God, something in my eye. Get Game Pass. I'm not going to do that. Pre-order for $70. So it is $70. That's... we can call that now. It's not $80 like a lot of people were thinking. I think they were thinking, honestly, to charge $80 for it. And then before it even got to that, so many people were like, I'm not paying $80 for it. So, like, don't do that to us. And I think they kind of heard that loud and clear. Like, yeah, maybe we won't do that to you guys. So, you know, hey, good for us, I guess, for coming out and saying, like, don't do it because we're not going to buy it if you're charging $80. So it's at 70. So that's the regular edition, of course. If you have Game Pass, it will be, I guess, available day one. So that's good if you're a Game Pass Ultimate holder. I do not have that. Let's look at the Vault Edition. No, just this. Oh, yeah. Okay. Vault Edition for $100. I just want to see. And of course, you can see it says it right there, right above where it says pre-order, early access to the open beta. So that's how you get access to the October 5th beta when that starts, and then the following weekend will be an open beta. So I don't like that they say early access to the open beta because it's not an open beta. It's if you've pre-ordered, you've got a code somehow. That's how you play early. It won't be zombie stuff anyway, so if that's all you care about, don't even worry about that part of it because it's not going to happen. Although, what if they dropped farm during like the beta and just try it out, just the survival map, just check it out, tell us what you think. It could be interesting. So anyway, if you buy the Vault Edition, you get, as we said, early access to the beta. Early access starts on October 2nd, not 5th. Okay. Open beta access available for all players starts on October 5th. Okay, so you play it 3 days early, and then okay. Fair enough. Reznov Challenge Pack. Immediately unlock the SOG Reznov Operator skin in Black Ops 6 and Warzone. And then I guess you can obviously, it'll carry forward into BO7. Plus get access to unlock the Stalingrad Reznov Memory Reznov Operator skins. The Vault Edition includes Cross-Gen Bundle. So that would work for basically all of your, Series X, Xbox One still, Who's still playing on Xbox One? I guess kind of a lot of people. It's weird. Like, when we went from Xbox 360 to the Xbox One, like, it seemed like that day, like, we're not doing anything for the 360 anymore. And same for the PS3 to PS4. It's like, we're done with all that stuff now. We're only going to the new gen stuff. And we're now, how many years into the Xbox Series X and PS5 are we? Is it 4 years or 5 years? I think it's 5 years because I think I got it right when Cold War was coming out, right? So it's 5 years, and they're still making stuff for the old console generations. Just not even necessarily interesting, I guess. It's just something. You also get Season 1 of Black Cell. One season of Black Cell, I should say, which will be Season 1. It includes Battle Pass, 20 tier skips, and 1,100 COD points. So, 1,100 COD points would cost you... what, like $11 technically? You can't buy 1,100 exactly, but you're paying $30 extra for the Vault Edition, and you're getting skins and you're getting whatever, but only 1,100. I don't know. They should give you like 2,000 COD points, I think. Me and this guy keep swapping between first and second on the Reckoning leaderboard. Oh, you're still playing that? I got it. I'm in first place in mine now, though I've only done the actual main quest a couple of times. Anyhow. Operator collection, 4 operator skins, Harper, Karma, Ted. They are calling that Ted. It doesn't really look like Ted to me even. And Reaper. Mastercraft collection, 5 Mastercraft weapons, Ultra Gobblegum pack for zombies. Doesn't say what's in it though. 8 Gobblegums of ultra rarity for BO7. A permanent unlock token for BO7, which will be available at launch. So if there's something that doesn't unlock until round 55, level 55, you would be able to unlock it day 1, which would be nice. In BO7, Treyarch and Raven Software are bringing players the most mind-bending Black Ops ever. The year is 2035 and blah, 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 blah. We covered all that stuff from the presentation today, which was very limited. And it was literally just a little bit of campaign. So, to be honest with you, kind of disappointing. I will tell you, I'm 100% going to pre-order the Vault Edition for my Xbox. I'm a Zombies YouTuber. Of course I am. I kind of don't even, it's really not even an option. But whether you do or not, totally up to you. Tax sprint gone. Yeah. That was one of the huge things. I'm so happy. I would love it if we went back to the movement, like, period. Like, flat out, just like, of Cold War. 100%. I'd be so fine with that. And it sounds like that's kind of what they're doing as far as this goes. They're removing tech sprint. I hate tech sprint with a passion. Not to mention you just ruin your controllers from pressing in your goddamn stick. Like, can I sprint now? Can I sprint? Watch us get a multiplayer perk that would give you tech sprint. I wouldn't be surprised at all. It'd be basically like stamina for multiplayer. But you don't have to push your stick in. It just goes. I don't know. Do you guys have anything? This whole the demonstration today was just, I think, just a huge letdown. Not because of what they showed us, it's just because they didn't really show us much of anything. So I'm not disappointed in what I saw. I just didn't see much. I keep feeling like every time I see new stuff, like it didn't change after seeing it today. When I see the multiplayer, the campaign gameplay, it really looks like BO3 to me. And I mean, BO3 is my favorite Call of Duty of all time between multiplayer and zombies. Like, best zombies ever and a super fun, not necessarily the best ever multiplayer, but a very, very fun multiplayer, I thought. And all the weapons were like the best balance we've ever had for guns in a multiplayer. To me, is BO3 hands down. Like, it's not even close. Every gun in that game was viable. But the campaign, man, was, what a dog. So terrible. And every time I see like this stuff that they keep showing for the campaign, it's just like, it looks like BO3 Part 2. Campaign wise, that's terrible. Every other way, if it's BO3 Zombies Part 2, like, oh my god, we'll be so happy. I mean, it's not gonna be, but look at the blog they released, and what is combat role? Oh, I didn't see that. So I guess we got to wait till September 30th until I don't think, I was going to say, we could get some new trailers and some little like teasers or whatever going forward. I really don't think we're going to, though. I'm trying to think in the past, once there is this kind of reveal and then we have COD Next coming up, they usually kind of go dark until then. So I don't think we're going to get, I was going to say much, but I don't think we're going to get anything between now and COD Next. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if we got a little something, but I don't think it's, probably not. Core movement changes also makes an appearance in Black Ops 7 Zombies with Omni movement, innovations, and combat role present. Well, we've got Omni movement, which I don't like, by the way. It says full zombies reveal is only weeks away. Yeah, like 6 weeks away. September 30th. It's weeks. I mean, you could say it's next year, and it's like, yeah, it's 37 weeks away. So Omni movement we had, obviously, this past year. I don't know what combat role is. You're going to be able to dive and roll instead of sliding? That sounds stupid. I swear to God, though, they just, I mean, I know they put in stuff, I told you guys this before, they put things into the game just so they can say it's new and innovative, and also that it's not completely like last year's game, because if it's just like last year's game, there's no reason for you to buy this year's game. So they get rid of mechanics that we do like, and they add new ones that we might not like, not for the good of the gameplay. It's simply because they have to, because the game will feel too similar, and they need you to buy every iteration of the game. I mean, with zombies, we're getting new maps. That's the whole point. Like, multiplayer, though, a new map, who cares? I mean, you want good maps. I mean, I'm not saying multiplayer maps don't matter, but if that's the only thing that's different, and not the guns, not the movement, not the gameplay, it's just the maps, you're probably not going to be that interested. For us zombies players, a new map is everything, man. It's not everything. As we learn, we would like some character development too, which would be cool. But anyway, maybe negate some fall damage by rolling from a certain height. It sounds to me like you're just gonna be able to run and then like dive and roll rather than sliding or doing like a PhD flop, a dolphin dive. So picture doing a dolphin dive, but instead of just flopping on your belly, you do a somersault and roll. That sounds like what it is to me. I can't wait to play on Xbox X. There you go, right? So yeah, anyway, I'll say it one more time. You know, between now and BO7 coming out, I'm probably going to be playing a fair amount of Black Ops 2 Zombies on my Xbox. I don't know how much of it I'm going to be streaming or making videos on and do anything like that. It's possible I will, but I'm definitely going to be like, you know what? I'm feeling like hopping on, and I want to get ready. I have a feeling there's going to be some kind of old storyline stuff that will connect to the new game from BO2. But, you can't be sure about that. But I'm going to be like I said, I'll post onto Twitter, like, hey, I'm hopping on to BO2. Anybody on my friends list on Xbox, you want to play some BO2 zombies, hit me up right now. So if you're interested in that, you've got BO2 on Xbox. Sorry, Bri, I don't have it on PlayStation, man. If you want to subscribe, be subscribed. My Twitter's linked down below. I'm not trying to get you to follow my stuff. I'm just saying, like, if you're interested in playing and doing that kind of stuff with other people, that's how I'm going to, announce that I'm doing it. So it's not going to be a big, hey, next Friday on stream, we're going to be playing. I'm not talking about that stuff. I'm going to hop on now, so I'm just going to go onto Twitter and be like, hey, guys, what's up? I'm hopping on. If you on my friends list on Xbox and you want to play, let's play. So I don't have the game anyway, so it's all good. Ooh, you don't have the original Origins. You should experience it. You should definitely experience it. The only bad thing is I never really recommend, not that I don't recommend going back and playing the older games, but everything before Cold War, you got to remember, there was no free DLC. You had to pay for everything. So whether you bought it individually for $15 each or you bought the season pass for $50, I mean, you can sometimes find them on sale online, but it's rare. And Origins was the last map of BO2, so you could buy that specific, and I think, by the way, Origins is well worth $15. But if you bought the base game, it's not going to come with it. You got to realize, I'm going to be spending that extra money. The good part is, if you're buying an old game and you have a console or PC with a disc drive, you can just go to GameStop and buy one for $5. Don't quote me on that. It could be $7. It could be $9. I don't know, but it'd be well worth it. So anyway, is it happening soon? Is what happening soon, Ryan? Playing BO2 and stuff, or what? Because I'm gonna start just playing. Like I said, it's gonna be like how you play at home. I feel like playing this right now, so I'm gonna do that. Like I said, I'm just gonna hop on. And I'll like I said, I'll make a little thing on Twitter. Hey, I'm popping on. Anybody on my friends list you want to play some Transit? Let me know, because I'm doing it now. So, I don't have specific times, dates, or anything like that. I'm just saying, I'm gonna do it at random. If you mean the reveal, it happened 2 hours ago. Yeah, sorry, Brian, if that's what you're talking about. Yeah, the reveal was already done, and it was only 5 minutes worth of some campaign stuff, really. They announced Dead Ops Arcade is coming back, but, I mean, I think there's probably 7 people in the world that are like, oh, yeah, Dead Ops Arcade. But if you're one of those 7, that's awesome. Good news for you. But I think we'll just leave it there because I thought there's going to be way more to talk about today, to be honest with you. And it really sounded like, and I feel bad because I posted on my YouTube page, my community page yesterday, because it came out, it leaked that all these content creators had gone to Treyarch last week and got footage and played the zombie stuff. And they were, big announcements coming tomorrow. Have to wait till after the stream. So I thought we were going to get a reveal of zombie stuff, and then we were going to get an in-depth, personalized view of it from all these content creators. And turns out we got nothing from the actual reveal from Gamescom. And the content creators were able to it's not that we didn't get some information. We definitely did, but they couldn't share any footage whatsoever. And the info that we got was fairly limited. I mean, we know now that we're getting basically Transit 2.0, that's cool to know. I mean, we kind of all figured, but at least it's locked down now. I don't know. we'll have to wait till COD next is what it boils down to. All right, guys. We'll leave it at that then for today. I'm happy Gums and XP tokens. I am very happy about that as well. I guess my next streams will be going back to the to the Richtofen boss fight. So probably start that back up tomorrow. And other than that, you guys have a great day. Go see Weapons. It was a good movie. I saw it yesterday. And I watched Wednesday, the first half of season 2. Second half comes out in September 3rd or something like that. It was pretty good. My coffee was all right this morning. And I got food stuck in my teeth. Bye.